Well, Medoris, all roads do eventually lead to Rome. The Emperor thanks you for your patience. Dr. Supergood has this to say. It does not even need to focus on Rome, but rather the trade throughout the Mediterranean and beyond as a whole. Dr. Supergood, Kernon Utrumke. X-Force 11 observes, I have the feeling that this idea comes up every week, at least once here. Lol. Vox Populi X-Force 11. The people have spoken. Pillow Smeller 18 wonders, I hope the tech would go from bad roads to the discovery of Roman paved roads, thus improving production through faster delivery. Well, Pillow Smeller 18. As someone who travels a lot on foot, I completely agree that Roman roads do make it easier on the heels. Gourmain says, I love the idea of a Greek or Roman style, maybe a hint of fantasy like you need to look after the gods, or you have negative problems happen. Well, you wouldn't want to get on their wrong side, Gourmain. Trust me. Jazz the Taz proclaims, a Roman Empire-themed Anno. Here, here. Yes, Jazz the Taz, let your voice ring out to the ends of the Empire. Here, here indeed. Then we have Radlaauger, who prophesizes, I dreamed of Anno 9 again today. When will this dream finally become reality? Well, don't let your dreams just be dreams, Radlaauger. Go and build them. Speaking of 9, there are so many of you obsessed with the number 9. I haven't the faintest idea why. And then there's you.
Hallo zusammen.
You and you.
Willkommen zum Co-Streaming. Ui. Luke. Da ist gerade Pause drüben. Grüßt euch.
Servus beisammen, Luca 1, Love, Luca 1, Rave, PD, Winger, Pirol, Einhard, Pirol im Ein.
Piroli. Luke, danke dir für 7 Monate. Hallo Shai, hallo Mephisto. Hallo Steff Möller. Hallo Shai drüben. Hallo Luke.
Until then, you can take it from here.
You can take it from here. Schön, ne? Ja, da gucken wir mal ein bisschen zu. Ist ja richtig entspannt für mich. Tag, Joker. Ich muss hier nur dumm rumsitzen. Muss nichts machen. Ja, das ist jetzt die Erinnerung an die Gamescom.
It's just very rewarding for us to see that our fans enjoy it so much. After 2 years of
Guck mal, ein A.
showing fans what we've been working on,
Die
and
Hey.
having a brand that is shining so bright, I'm so thrilled, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overjoyed. Yeah, it
Da
feels
war ich
like
nicht.
just the
Ich war
biggest
krank.
reward, and
Leider.
it's a full team effort.
Joker, wie geht's dir?
Yesterday morning we received a message that we need to go to a certain place, to a certain time, and we didn't know exactly what will happen there.
Ja.
Once we then entered the stage,
Guck
we got
gerne.
the reward for best PC game. I think we were all
Guck
super
gerne bei denen
overwhelmed
auch gerne
with the positive
selbst vorbei.
energy and, yeah, we are extremely happy.
Twitch-Coms gibt's auch bei mir, müsste laufen, hoffe ich.
In about 1.5 weeks on September 2nd, the release is downloadable, 60 minutes long.
Hinwert!
So everyone just sad about only playing 40 minutes. This is your chance to play
Hinwert, danke dir.
Aus dem Haushaltslurk bei Madi wünsche ich euch einen tollen Anno-Tag.
Danke dir, Inwert. Und viel Spaß bei Madel. Danke für 68 Monate. Haushaltslurk. Ach, die hatte ich nur als Freund genommen, damit du putzen bist. Inwert, ich würde mir das doch mal überlegen. Gute Haushaltshilfe. Inwert die Haushaltshilfe. Ob der auch so ein kleines Schürzchen um hat? Arr. Irradore, Hallöchen. Oh, cool. Das war noch Zeiten. Guck mal, Röhrenmonitor. Silvi, Hallöchen. Schick, ne? Ja, da. 22.05. Nein, 2070 schon, Entschuldigung, 22.05. Mit Schürzchen und knackigen Popo. Oh, alles klar.
Hey Anno community, greetings from Mainz. It's hard to believe
Hello.
it's been 5 years since the release of Anno 1800.
Yeah, exactly 5 years ago, on April 16th, 2019, we
Hi,
launched
James
Anno 1800
Bond
and our
drüben.
journey through the Industrial Revolution began. And what a
Stefan,
journey it
Level
was.
65
Actually,
Streams,
it was way
danke.
longer than we expected, but in the best way possible.
So let's take a look at what happened since then.
Da ist Walle. Hey, Herr Kors. Danke 100 Bits. Der Walle.
And here is one more thing.
Never a boring moment here.
Radler kommt oft vor, ne?
Well, that was a short history trip.
Once again, thank you so much for all your support throughout the years. We truly appreciate it. You're
Ist auch noch
such a
der
wonderful
Hype Train.
Thank you.
So
Ich hoffe, der stört hier nicht.
Raise our glasses to Anno 1800 and
Da ist doch wohl Apfelsaft drin. Aber Ikea-Gläser.
By order of the Emperor, my fellow Romans, I bring forth tidings of hope across our glorious lands.
Bildet.
For we stand on the threshold of a new age. Our streets shall be lined with abundance. Our fields shall yield bountiful harvests, and our coffers shall overflow with wealth.
Mu.
An era of prosperity dawns upon us, heralded by the arrival of a new governor. You can take it from here.
You can take it from here. Den Schauspieler haben die echt gut ausgesucht. Eulenmaster, moin, hallo. Ach. Gott, ich krieg Gänsehaut. Ja, das ist der 9-Stunden-Raub, genau. Das neueste Anno, ja. Aber wie gesagt, das ist, es ist heute Anno Day, es wird so über alles gesprochen. Low Level drüben auf dem anderen Kanal. Mein Gott.
We always strive to create an immersive world, and music is a fantastic tool for us
Ja.
to connect the players with our game world.
Die haben das Studio nicht geändert, das ist das Wichtigste.
With the Latium soundtrack, for example, we really want to make you feel that you are on a beautiful island, there's a beautiful coastline, there's an empty land, a canvas for you to settle and build the empire of your dreams.
It's a natural beauty, I would say. So, you know, natural instruments being played very beautifully. A tad melancholic. It's just Anno. There's no other comparison.
We really want to differentiate those different provinces We also wanted to transport this cultural richness that the Empire had.
Ja, Lower Level. Er kriegt auch Gänsehaut.
Thanks for supporting us and giving us all that feedback. We do listen to it, and I'm extremely proud after all these years you still listen to the soundtrack. You give us thumbs up for it, and you just love what
Thumbs
you do.
up.
So thanks for that.
Ja, ihr könnt es also auch auf allen Plattformen streamen und die Ubisoft und die Musik anhören.
Ubisoft Minds is ANNO. Ubisoft Minds is community.
Ubisoft Minds feels for me like legacy.
Ubisoft Minds is diverse.
Ubisoft Minds feels like
Man weiß genau, wer Deutsch ist von denen. Das ist Englisch.
Ubisoft Minds is innovative.
Ist innovative, Deutsch. Auch Deutsch.
Ubisoft Minds is friendship.
Ubisoft
Auch
Minds is
Deutsch.
awesome.
Ubisoft Minds
Auch Deutsch.
is a good place to
Auch Deutsch.
Ubisoft Minds is where the magic happens.
Yes.
Ubisoft Minds is a world of pure imagination.
Kein
Ubisoft Minds
Deutscher.
for me feels like home.
Deutsch. Man kann es erkennen, oder? Man kann es hören. Ach nee, guck mal.
Hey Anno community and welcome
Oh, ein
back
bisschen
to the
lauter.
official Anno Day stream. As you can see, we changed the setting a little bit because we moved to a kitchen. And what could we do within a kitchen, guys?
I wonder. I don't know. Play games? No.
Play
No?
games?
It has to be something, Anno.
Yeah.
It has to be it has to be something, Anno. That's true. I'm Lisa. I'm the product manager for Anno.
Lower Level,
Celeste,
vielleicht einmal
Community
rüberkommen nach
Manager
Twitch. Hier ist vernünftig
I'm
das
also
Bild.
gonna do project management on Anno.
Yes.
Ah,
And as
Projektmanager?
we just teased,
Projektmanager?
yes, we are in the
Produktmanager?
kitchen right now.
Community Manager.
And obviously, this is not
Drin.
random.
No. Great
Danke
follow-up
für den
from
Hype-Train.
the previous giveaway.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. We just had the giveaway.
Das Buch steht
for,
da hinten.
This Anno franchise cookbook. Just right before the break.
Ich
video,
hab's.
Which I also hope you enjoyed. It's like kind of like a best of the.
Wer hat's auch? Eine Einzelne Chat?
Nostalgic video.
Yes, absolutely. There were so many familiar faces in there.
Warrior.
Yes, so much fun watching those videos as well. But now, since
Warrior,
we're in the kitchen,
Dankeschön.
let's talk a little bit about
Danke, mein Lieber,
the
für deine
franchise
wunderbare
cookbook,
Streams. Ich
which
sag
we
danke.
made together
Ich sag
with
danke.
Panini.
Dankeschön für 32
The author
Monate.
of the
Dankeschön.
cookbook is Tom Grimm. A huge shout out. He created some amazing recipes that all evolve around the different Anno games that we have. As obviously everybody knows, there is 8 Anno games in our Anno series, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But also, Anno has been going on for over 28 years now.
Which is crazy.
It's totally crazy. Yeah, on the 31st of March, the first Anno 1602, that we already played, so I hope also you saw that, was released.
Hallo Violetas
so
und hallo
a very
Maria.
recent 28th birthday.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And within the cookbook, we feature all of the Anno games. So I would say let's just have a quick look.
Yeah, absolutely.
The honors?
Yes, of course. We have so many recipes. As Clem probably already said, you can cook your way through the franchise.
Yeah, maybe we can
with
put
this.
the cookbook
Yes,
up here
absolutely.
because also we have a camera
So
on
professional.
the top.
Like
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Of course, we start with 117 Pax Romana.
Yeah, because it's like on the timeline, if you're
Die
looking
machen
at the
Garum.
timeline, it's the earliest Anno ever. Let's turn the cookbook around real quick.
Yes, perfect.
So hopefully this is the right way of seeing it now.
Perfect.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Of course, we have garum. We couldn't start without garum, right?
Who doesn't love it, right?
But yeah, who doesn't
My
love?
favorite recipe.
I'm sure our chat was saying the same as well.
I mean, who likes ketchup, right? Garum is the real thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, exactly. We have some recipes from Anno 117 Pax Romana that are inside of the game. But we also have some other recipes, right?
Yes. For example, if you go page 23, maybe.
And I think we need to speak up a little. At least I'm getting from the chat that I have some troubles
Hearing us?
Hearing us? Okay. Then we can just speak a little louder until this is fixed. Matt and Clem already also talked a little bit about roast beef. So that's also a recipe that's featured in the game, but for Albion, right?
Yes.
So it's not only Roman recipes, but also Celtic recipes.
Also, seeing these pictures is just making me like
hungry. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely have to eat something at some point.
Yes, absolutely.
But, I mean, I hope we are getting to that within the next
Very
hour.
soon.
And for everyone watching, don't be confused if we're talking in English and this book at the moment is showing German recipes.
Fair.
As someone pointed out in the chat, it's correct. At the moment, the cookbook is only available in German.
Yeah.
We try to look into if we can change that.
Yeah.
Not making any promises now, but the recipes are wonderful. And for today, we're also going to have one recipe translated with the proper units.
Yeah, it should be on the screen at some point. Not yet, but
Not
soon.
yet, no. We are still going through the cookbook. As I said, we have sections from the different Anno games.
Yeah.
So Anno 1404, which was just played, one of the fan favorites.
Yes, so much love for Anno 1404 in chat earlier during the segment.
Yeah,
it
but
was
also
crazy,
rightfully so. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wir kochen Anno 1404, was?
Again, it's featuring recipes from different
Yeah.
parts of the book.
Page
There was
49, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Let's have a quick look. Kokova, which was also a recipe that Clem and Matt Cook just showed.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And Hey Anderson, our brand director, has cooked it. And she sent us some pictures.
Yeah.
And it
But
was
you didn't send us the cocoa bar.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
just the pictures, which, you know, nice
miss.
thought.
That's how you do it, right?
Thank you, Hey, but
Hey, you can redeem
we
yourself
wanted the
by
food,
cooking it again
not the
for us.
picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's also some other community members that have shared their recipes online or their creations.
Yeah, I think Ollie already gave Leah Gala a shout out earlier, but a second shout out for you, Leah Gala, for going through the cookbook. We've seen the pictures. It looks so tasty. Like whenever you've tried a new recipe, you know, as Clem also mentioned.
Ich weiß nicht, ich hatte in dem
watch
Kochbuch jetzt
everything
nicht,
they
was ich
post
so
online,
unbedingt nachkochen würde. Das würde ich auch mal Kochstream machen, aber ist schon aufwendig für mich, ein Kochstream.
Who suggested that most likely if you eat one of those recipes, you get a boost for the game?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you eat the right recipe for the right game, you're definitely gonna feel it. And you're just gonna have the best game experience.
Oh, absolutely. Like it will boost.
This is our promise to you.
Yes.
Our promise.
Especially if you go with dessert. Am I right?
You can never go wrong with desserts.
Yeah. For example,
Mahlzeit.
That's true. Yeah.
pralines.
Exactly. Those pralines are from the Anno 1701 section.
Yes. Pralinenproduktion, Marzipan.
Clearly. And those pralines actually are from the game itself. Like, I think you needed them for the aristocrats,
Aristocrats,
right?
yeah. You will need, of course, cocoa to make them.
Yeah.
And the apiary and a confectionery. And then you're set. You will make your aristocrats very happy.
Yeah, we share
You're such a pro in the game.
Aristocrats
It
and
will make us happy as well.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, there are some recipes from Anno 1800
Es wird heute noch bekannt gegeben, Kamikaze, über einen Trailer und vielleicht auch das Datum. Ich gehe eigentlich davon aus.
So we have the Archduke's Schnitzel here. One of my favorites, but maybe that's because I'm German and I'm just loving Schnitzel.
A little bias here, yeah. But the chat also pointed out it could probably give us a +1 happiness, and I think this one is likely to succeed, at least for you, Lisa.
At least for me, yeah, that for sure. But yeah, also I wanted to highlight that we have recipes from the future.
Of course.
Only on Anno, you can taste the future.
Obviously.
Today.
So we have Anno 2070 and we also have Anno 2205 featured in our cookbook. And I can highly recommend to check out the recipes from the future. There are some great things in there. Also, I think one of my favorites is the bio drink. But also I'm very short on vitamins, so it really helps me keeping my body moving.
Yeah.
Especially if you play like 9 hours of Anno.
Oh yeah, you need those, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, if the warning pops up, you know you did everything right. But
of course, what are we doing today?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the recipe that we will do today.
Yes.
It should also be on the screen somewhere, but we decided in like honors of Anno 1701, we are making chocolate pudding. Now, in Anno 1701, there was no chocolate pudding production chain, as the veterans of you might know. However, the ingredients used are very much inspired from the game. So this is really where we are making the connection from the cookbook to the game, to the product.
It's not a scrap DLC content.
Correct. And I would say we can slowly start cooking. Yeah, Tommaso, do you want to do the first steps?
Sure. I can take people through what we got. So if you happen to have all the ingredients at home, you can follow along, or you can look at this later and then give it a try yourself.
Wie lange geht das Stream heute? Bei mir bis ungefähr 17:30.
Exactly.
Very specific.
Yeah, or 2/3 of the 500 milliliters total you need.
Also, wir machen Schokoladmousse Risaim.
Units when we have it in milliliters. So
Mousse au
that's in here
Chocolat.
that is heating up, and then the remaining 170 milliliters of milk are in here.
Yeah.
Now, we need some stuff that goes into this bowl.
Yes.
And then we're gonna whisk it, and we're gonna start off with.
Danke, Joker, für 185 Streams hintereinander. Wow, Dankeschön.
Into this whisking bowl. Yeah, kind of
Great.
pudding without
I
sugar.
love the
It's
teamwork
gotta
here.
be sweet.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Especially since I don't do anything. And this talk. This is how.
Tommaso, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I think we have this production chain set
Yes.
up just right.
Oh yeah, just like in
In
game.
goes next. Let me check.
Perfect.
The milk,
The
Tommaso.
milk.
And you can
Wonderful.
start
And I
whisking.
can start whisking,
Then
which
you can do something. Yeah.
very skilled at,
Yeah.
as you all know.
Go for it.
Yes. Also, we will need 40 grams, again, of cornstarch.
Yes.
Yep.
That will help the pudding
The
to,
starchiness of the
the
pudding.
starchiness of the pudding.
It will help bind anything
That will
and
help
everything.
making, it thickens thanks to the
Yes.
cornstarch.
Das ist eine gute Kaffeemaschine, die nehme ich.
You can tell I bake all the time.
Guck mal, da hinten
Yes.
sind Anno-Tasten.
How it's supposed to
I
be.
can see, Tommaso.
And in
Is
goes the cornstarch.
this the first time that you're baking something?
Absolutely not, as you know I love
Because you're
baking from the
whisking.
cooking book. Do you want to show me how that works?
Your whisking technique, I think it's showing the opposite.
You know, sometimes it's important that we distribute the right work in the production chain to the right
Maybe I should
population
take
tiers.
over.
I think you should.
Yes, okay.
Am I in the
Can we
way?
hand this over
No,
to
no,
you?
it's fine.
We get this.
Ooh.
And in the meantime, I look for
Yes.
Yeah.
one egg.
And huge shout out to Ollie, who reminded us to use the sieve
Yes.
for
Thank
putting
you,
in
Ollie.
the cornstarch to avoid
Right,
clumps.
I'm gonna wait for you to finish.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
I
gonna
still
start
have
with-
more.
I know.
Sorry for
I'm
that.
just gonna let
And
me
while this is
grab
wonderfully
this.
being whisked, I'm using one egg. I'm gonna crack it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's see if
Chad,
that works.
pay a close eye
Yeah,
on if
please
Tommaso's
watch me
doing it.
closely.
Banan just
And all we
pointed
need
out.
is the egg yolk. So I'm gonna do a little shaky
gelb.
from left to right.
Well done, Tommaso.
Wonderful.
Banan
This
just
goes
pointed out the Italian is getting angry at the cooking technique. Yes.
After half Italian. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I think it's my German half taking over. No front to all the other Germans in the chat or in the room with me.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But it's just Italians have this one figured out. So in goes
Thank
egg
you.
yolk.
All right.
Hallo
I'm gonna
Emjo.
start whisking
Mit 70
properly.
Streams auch noch. Wow,
Unlike
danke.
Tommaso. Of course, make sure to wear an apron while you're doing this because whisking will make everything go I think it's just in my eye right now.
Oh my god. And you're not wearing glasses today.
Yeah, I'm not.
Exactly. So what we're whisking so far, 40 grams of sugar, 40 grams of cornstarch, 170 milliliters of milk,
And an egg yolk.
an egg yolk.
Yeah.
Now, we need a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Yes.
And
we're gonna-
also, what you already prepared, around 2 tablespoons, and I think a little extra just
Yeah.
to make
because-
it even more
Yeah,
chocolatey.
Exactly. This is baking cocoa. And as Tommaso just said, there is not too much chocolate.
Yeah, you
anyways,
can't go wrong
so
with more chocolate.
Yeah.
So let me try if I can at least
Yeah,
put some stuff in that bowl.
but do it with the whisking.
please.
the
Please do it with the
sieve, sorry.
That was my plan all
You're
along.
so
3
great,
Köche
guys.
verderben den Brei, das geht schief.
All right.
Someone said I don't have an Anno apron though. Does it still
no.
work? Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Or if you go on the ANNO Union and you look for the ANNO fan kit,
Oh my God! Yeah, you can print. You can make your own
print an
apron.
A on
Yeah.
an apron, and you can feel like an ANNO Dev Studio chef right at home and make your own. ANNO 1701 chocolate pudding, straight from the wonderful cookbook. that we
Tommaso,
got here.
the chat is defending you.
Thank
They
you,
say
chat. I appreciate it. What are they saying?
Tommaso was doing great. What do you mean? Justice
mean-
for Tommaso.
What I am doing is my best. Yeah, that's
We
the
understand.
sad truth of it.
Thank you,
Let's see,
Tommaso.
here we go with a little more cocoa.
As you can see, we're not professional bakers.
Kakao.
I am, but bad.
Coco.
So
Cocoa.
please have patience with us.
And
Fantastic.
don't tell
Moin,
too less,
Millie.
but I'm gonna drop this in like this.
Thank you. Tommaso, I saw you cheating.
All right.
Is the pinch of salt in there already?
Yeah, I already
Wonderful.
put in the pinch of salt.
Final
What's
ingredient.
still missing is vanilla.
Yes.
But honestly, I also feel like there's not too much vanilla.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just gonna do a little bit of.
Maybe we can start
Naja.
also heating up.
Yes, in a second. In a
should I
second.
Also wenn das Vanillearoma ist, ist es ganz schön viel.
chop the
Yes,
chocolate.
please. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'm just gonna clean up here a little bit, and then I'm
So
gonna
what we got here,
start
50
cooking them up.
grams altogether of dark chocolate. Yeah, we already have a lot of
Schokolade,
sweetness, cocoa and sugar, so this is just dark chocolate that goes into the pudding, but also we keep a little extra on the side because you can never have enough chocolate, and this we can sprinkle on top.
Yep.
So I do some chopping now and I try to survive this. Don't watch too closely.
Always be careful with the knife.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, please.
Even when you're not cooking pudding.
Especially when you're not cooking pudding, I would say. Yeah.
Schlecht, oder?
So how's the chat doing?
There's a very funny comment. When you said Ollie remind you about technique,
Yeah.
Can we say that Ollie is a PNG?
PNG that provides more happiness and 20% productivity for all kitchen around.
Yes.
Yes, for
That
sure.
is the most
That's-
accurate description.
That's the most
It's a
accurate
very
description
good
of
way.
Ollie. Yes, absolutely.
+1 happiness, definitely.
Der Olli.
Then a lot of production efficiency with Ollie around. I think this is
That's true.
finely chopped.
Oh, great job, Tommaso.
Thank you.
Great chop.
Great
Great
chop.
Is this
Oh
where
my
we
God.
start the pun
And
section?
I thought the puns would start with Anno.
Me having 17
No.
and 1 puns for you?
Yes,
I-
there we go.
I
There we
do
go.
not have them, I'm sorry. I wish I had some puns for you.
But do you have some Anno 1701 fun facts, Lisa?
Yes. So, I mean, obviously, Anno 1701 was previously played on the stream already.
Yeah.
So for the ones who were watching, we're just gonna repeat the fun part, like the fun fact. Everything was fun. We
Yeah.
repeat the
Every
fun
fact
fact.
is fun.
Fun fact in English now because it was a German stream.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So Anno 1701 was released in 2006. This is not a game fun fact, but a Lisa fun fact. It was my first Anno. I was already very interested when my dad played it, and I was always like, this looks so good. So it kind of like introduced me to gaming, which I think is it's really
It's
sweet.
nice, yeah.
And Anno 1701 was also the first Anno that's been developed here in Mainz. Back then it was still related designs.
Vom Prinzip war es auch das erste
before
Anno, was ich
Ubisoft
gespielt habe,
acquired it,
1701.
but-
Ja.
And a lot of the founders actually. in
Also
the
richtig
studio
länger.
and
Die
on
anderen habe ich,
chat,
glaube ich, zu wenig
Ja.
Zeit
on
gehabt.
stream.
And also lots of the people that worked on 1701 are still here.
Exactly.
I would say this is something special about the Anno team.
Yeah.
People tend to stay here and develop the
Da soll
brand
von
further.
Vanilleextrakt nur
Make
ein
sure the
halber
DNA
Teelöffel
stays
rein.
alive
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
games, in the
Wie viel dann?
recipes.
Wow, Tommaso, thank you for bringing it back to the cooking. I don't know about you guys, but I remember this one trailer for Anno 1701 with Sky
Oh,
Dumont
yes.
back then.
The one and only.
It's an absolute masterpiece. I really recommend watching it. You can still find it on YouTube, actually, if you search for Sky Dumont Anno 1701.
Yeah, was it part of a break? I'm not sure. It might have been in the break video.
Oh,
not
that
sure.
could
Yeah.
that could possibly
one
that's
German
a
trailer in
possibility. the one German trailer. No, and funnily enough, the dev team still cites that trailer, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
Also, Raphael White in the chat just said he ordered all these ingredients just to make this pudding at home.
Yay!
Yes.
Good choice.
Please,
And I hope you will like
if
it.
you make them,
Send it to us so we can eat even more
I was
pudding.
gonna say send us pictures, Tommaso.
No,
not
send us the
food.
pudding. Or a picture. Or both.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine.
Will keine Bilder, der will den Pudding.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Tommaso.
Of course.
Okay, the milk starts to bubble a little bit.
For everyone who just joined, we're doing a cooking show, as you can see. We're cooking recipes from ANNO. This time it's 1701, and we're doing the chocolate pudding that is in the cookbook that we did.
Yeah. If
Der Links könnte auch Community Manager sein, ne?
Recipe back on screen and might
that would be great.
Be quite interesting for our viewers.
Exactly. Where we at right now?
We are now at the stage where the milk is boiling.
Oh yeah.
Boiling.
Yes, we can add the chocolate.
It's cooking.
Yes, please.
Once again, absolute knife safety here. Someone pointed out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Good
Look
job,
at
Tommaso.
this. In goes the chocolate. And now, melty it goes.
This is basically
nice.
Drinking chocolate right now. And also it smells so
the
good.
The smell is
I
overwhelming.
really wish that you could also smell this over on Twitch.
I wish there was like a technology where, I don't know, you're watching a cooking show and you can smell what they're
most professional trick of quickly getting rid
Just
of
wipe
some.
it down.
Thank you,
Yeah, there's
Tommaso.
still some, because it's chocolate.
Yes, this one is on purpose.
This one's on purpose,
No mistakes here on this cooking stream. We're all professionals.
No. I mean, also, it would be that kind of like fan service where we would make the mistake, so people don't have to make it, you know? Like.
Art Cow is asking a very dangerous question.
Yes.
Can we have more cooking streams in the future?
I would love to have
Can
more
we
cooking
force Ollie
streams.
to cook?
Yes, we
I think he would be
definitely
great
need
at
a cooking show. Ollie, if you're watching, you cannot escape this.
Yeah.
You will have to do a cooking show, and you will do
That's
the
true.
most complicated recipe from the cookbook.
Yes.
That's evil. It will take you 9 hours just to cook this one recipe. I know exactly which one you mean. But yeah, I mean, if Ollie is doing a cooking show, I also
Guck
think
auf
that
die
we should
Milch, die
invite
kocht
some
gleich
people
über.
from the dev
Pass auf.
team. For example,
Oh my God, yes.
shout out to Gabriel.
Yes.
I know that he has brought up the cooking streams quite frequently.
Yes.
So this might be the perfect opportunity to also have him.
Yep.
He was also on stream when we played the ANNO board game, and I also think he was on a production live stream as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have a very nice dev team. They love when we do, you know, dev stream and everything. I think it's quite interesting for the fans.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's a great opportunity to know the team better, you know.
Yeah, that for sure.
Yeah.
And a great opportunity that we don't do any more cooking. Because
We are just the ones who eat.
exactly.
Well
This is
done,
the best part.
Tommaso.
of it.
Well put.
Should we start?
Yeah, we can start pouring it
Tommaso,
in.
I will let you do
me
this.
just
Of course.
Because I'm afraid I will mess it up.
the milk again.
Yeah, prepare for
Let's just
pouring action.
get the milk a little
the chat
bubbly.
is agreeing. Ollie needs to be on a
Ollie
cooking
needs
show.
to be, it's more or less decided. We cannot speak for Ollie, of course, but if we could, he would
Oh,
say
wait.
yes.
We're speaking for Ollie. You will be.
This is like, oh, we definitely can.
Yeah, Chelas can speak for Ollie.
Can and we will.
She has the right to do so.
So, ich hole mir noch einen Kaffee.
Right.
But
We good to
also,
put this in?
no, wait
No.
a little bit for the
Ihr
milk
passt
to
auf,
bubble
dass das
up
die Milch
because
nicht
the
überkocht,
starch
ja?
needs to thicken, and I really want the milk to cook.
Yes.
Was just
to
about
be
to say
able
that.
To achieve the right consistency.
Professional. Hashtag professional. Yes.
Yeah.
For those at home, we have 333 milliliters of milk here with 50 grams of dark chocolate.
I
And
mean,
in
I would
goes
say it's even a little bit more than 50
maybe
grams.
70 grams of dark chocolate, and in goes now this wonderful mix of 170 milliliters of milk, 40 grams of sugar, 40 grams of cornstarch, a pinch of salt,
How do you remember
a little
this
bit of
by
vanilla
heart?
to your liking,
Yeah, I think it's
An
now
egg yolk?
ingrained inside in
Yes.
his brain.
and I think that's it.
Yeah. By the way, Gabriel is in chat and he said, "Happy to see you follow on the idea. This is perfect. Yes,
Yeah.
count me in for the next one. We can do the 9-hour-long one."
Easy 9-hour cooking
Gabriel,
stream.
giddy up.
Darius behind the camera is loving it already.
Yeah, already.
Very
Darius,
easy tech setup.
You'll get something absolutely fantastic and ANNO themed to eat.
Yes, and for
So
those
that's a plus.
for those who missed it, we're actually in the Ubisoft Minds kitchen.
Yes.
Oh
Just
yeah.
upstairs from where ANNO is developed.
Yeah.
Yes, one floor up. So
And
this
just
is all dev. DevWorks is basically a dev
Yes.
pudding.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking if you're going
Okay, now you
to
can put it
bring some chocolate pudding later. Atlas.
Tommaso, it's time.
Atlas, I'm not sure I know how to get that done.
Tommaso, don't get distracted.
I'm never distracted. I know exactly what we're doing here. Pouring, and it's not
Finder
hot at
Keeper
all.
says, I shouldn't be
And somebody
watching
needs
this.
to bring the glasses.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. Go get the
Because that's too dangerous.
Go.
I shouldn't be watching this on an empty stomach. Yeah.
That is
Feel
true.
it. Feel
Yeah.
it.
We tried. No, we never tried this before, so we definitely did not try cooking this on an empty
It's now
stomach.
thickening.
No. Yeah, it is.
Get those
Nice.
wonderful glasses ready.
Is there an English version of the board game? Yes. Right? The board game is...
The Anno 1800
Yeah.
base
Anno
game,
1800.
base game board game.
Yeah.
The Anno 1800, base board game is definitely. Okay, I need to just quickly turn off.
Definitely available in English.
It's definitely available in English.
Yes.
Thank you so much for finishing my sentence. Yeah, for sure. And then we also have a board game expansion. This one's in German though, but it's also super fun.
Can we start getting the plastic wrap
Yes,
ready
this is
as
a
well?
special
It's down
trick.
there, and there's also the spatula that we can use.
Perfect.
Because now we will be filling in our pudding.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Yes, so
into
this makes about
the
4
glasses.
portions.
I really hope that I'm doing this the right way and people can see.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And now the special secret trick only on this channel, only on Anno Day. If you use plastic wrap, you put it on top,
Maybe a little bit more. No?
you won't get
Okay.
skin
Yeah.
build up
That's good.
when you put it.
Perfect.
We have 3. I'll try to have one
Okay,
more.
I'm gonna start putting the...
Yeah. I feel like I started with this strategically least perfect glass to fill it up, but it's fine. We're working around it.
So when you do this, careful, because it's quite hot. So when you put the plastic...
I think it would be easier if you could also
I didn't
put it
wanna
up
put it-
here
yeah.
so people can
Like this.
see it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sure, we want a magic trick that I just discovered as well.
Thank you.
And then, who's here in the chat? Diamond Destruct. I very much agree with you. A cup of coffee after you've been baking for hours would go a long way. I might treat myself to one once we're done. Here we go.
Thank
Number
you,
3.
Tommaso.
Number 4 is coming right up.
We have
All
two chonkers, like very big glasses of
And that's gonna be
pudding.
mine.
Both of them. Yeah, but I also don't wanna throw
I'm gonna
away
put
anything.
Yeah.
But we also have to be quick with the
Because
with the foil.
otherwise it will create like a skin on top of it, and we don't want that.
Yes, but not with our trick, it won't. You see how
Yes.
excited I am about this? I just didn't
So,
know.
ist der Pudding fertig? Oh, der Pudding scheint fertig zu werden.
Thank you, Tommaso.
Hallo Oceana, Hallöchen. Hallo
But also,
Dreckstor.
maybe we can take the time real quick to ask the chat who already
Oh, habe
has
ich Reffen
the
vergessen,
Anno
okay.
cookbook.
Exactly, let us know and I'll be watching.
Yeah, because also when we were at Gamescom last year, the Anno cookbook was sold out within, I think, 48 hours.
Yes.
And there were so
We're
many
not
people.
prepared for that.
Ich habe sofort bestellt.
I remember going to the stand because I wanted to take a picture because they were all placed perfectly, and I was like, "Oh, can I take a picture of the Anno cookbook?" I was like, "It's gone."
It's gone.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I think I managed to be at the Panini booth at the
Yeah,
right
very
time.
early. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were just setting it up, and me and my boss, Hey, we were there and we took some pictures, and we already saw the first Anno community people coming in and looking at the cookbook. It was just
Jana, wie
absolutely
geht's dir?
fantastic. And then after
Da
they
gibt's
were
Pudding.
purchased, it was
Ey,
purchased
Pudding.
so
Ich
much,
könnte Joghurt
after
essen.
48
Ich hab
hours,
Joghurt
people were
da.
even coming to the Ubisoft booth asking if there's a cookbook. So if you didn't get your cookbook at Gamescom, don't worry about it, because you can also order it online on Amazon and also on the Panini website, I think.
Yeah, I think we linked it earlier, but if anybody in chat can drop the
Grüezi.
link, that would be great. Thank you.
Awesome, and then just
Yeah.
looking at the chat, we definitely got some people who have it already.
Oh.
Like Liagala, sorry always if I butcher
I mean,
anyone's name.
But
we gave her a
she
shout
has
out
cooked a lot.
earlier. Yeah.
She has
yeah.
cooked a lot of the
Yeah.
recipes.
People who definitely been
Oh,
ordering
ich glaube,
it
ich habe
before.
ein.
People who just ordered it.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
You will love
Love
it.
Who is a proud
Ich hab das
owner of a
zweite
Gladiator
Drops.
Cookbook, which I think also
This
goes
is
a long
also,
way.
I
Den Markt
envy
habe
you.
ich.
This is very cool.
Sehr gut.
And good morning to Aussie B who just joined us. Yeah,
Yes.
Aussie B, we're making a chocolate pudding just for you.
Yeah.
Already made 4 of them. Maybe you
was
can
about to
throw
say.
the recipe back up on screen so Aussie Pudding can take a screenshot.
Yeah.
No, Aussie Pudding.
Aussie
You know,
pudding.
Aussie B And Aussie Pudding is your new nickname, just for this beautiful event of the ANNO.
But also maybe, Tommaso, you can walk people through again what we did.
Now that I've done my due on repeating this over and over again. Aussie B and everyone else who just joined, if you want to make this wonderful pudding at home, it's a very simple recipe and you can enjoy the flavor of ANNO 1701 right at home, following the production chain of the chocolate in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have chocolate in the game.
Ich schreibe gerade dort im Chat.
We don't have chocolate pudding in the game, but we have chocolate in the
For
game.
pudding, 3 people, 1 for me.
For our secrets. And and also...
We can take him through. And then we can...
Okay, and then we can...
We still got some stuff going for you, so we're not just finishing here, but we're gonna add some more sparkle.
5%, kriegst du hin.
ANNO love to those puddings, but if you want to do this at home, all we had was...
Ich hab's heute Morgen laufen lassen, als ich schlafen gegangen bin. Also einer ist ja für mich, oder? Das sind 4 Stück? Die sind nur 3.
Also we whisked a bowl of 40 grams of sugar, 40 grams of corn.
Tommaso was doing a great job doing it.
Pinch of salt, a little bit of vanilla. 1 egg yolk, the recipe should be up on screen. And that's it. You whisk that better than I did, hopefully.
Oh, you forgot vanilla extract.
You can add some vanilla to your
Geantwortet hat Anno Game selber, you gotta be here
Once that is
fast.
done and the milk is cooking, you add in 50 grams, maybe 70 if you like, of dark chocolate. Melt that in there. Bring it to a little cook again. Add what you whisked. Pour it in a bowl. Magic trick, put on some plastic wrap so we don't get a skim build up. And I think these now need to go into the fridge. You cool down.
Yes,
For 30 minutes.
Ja, einfach so Plastikfolie oben drauf geknüttelt, dann hast du keine Haut. Obwohl ich die Haut ja mag. Ich mag die Haut. Wer mag die Haut auch? Eins in den Chat.
Livestream to celebrate ANNO Day. There's so much going on.
Besonders bei Vanillepudding.
Some giveaways, but there's more to come.
Ich bin auch seit 10 Uhr die
And
Dots gefunden, nur bei
also
Streamern, nicht bei denen direkt. Doch, auch bei denen direkt.
Livestream, like there will
Auch
be
bei denen
more
direkt, habe ich
gameplay. I
schon
think the
gesehen.
next one will be the 2070 with
Weil da habe ich
Ollie.
sie gesammelt.
Again.
Again.
Yeah, also in
Steffelani?
Yes, in English. Yeah.
Ich mag die.
Everything's gonna stay in English.
And of course, the biggest part, make sure to tune in during the 117 Pax Romana segment, because, you know, stuff is coming. And of course, we also have the Twitch drops happening. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and also, if you didn't manage to join our stream right from the get-go, and you're wondering if you can still acquire the Twitch drop of the Town Crier, which is the one that you get after watching 9 hours of ANNO, which is always a perfect way of spending your time, obviously.
Watching ANNO,
You can still acquire it till the 11th of April just by watching the ANNO 117 Pax Romana category on Twitch.
Yes, any streamer.
Ja, also ihr könnt da noch weiter sammeln.
Yes.
Yeah.
Morgen gibt es von mir auch ANNO
Awesome. And some
117.
people are, of course, asking, will there ever be an English version of the book? So we started this as a collab with Panini on the German side. It was a first for us as well. That's why we were quite surprised how fast it sold out at Gamescom. We're always exploring this because we too would love to have an English version. We can't make any promises now, but we can promise that we want it just as much. So.
Yeah, and if you want to have an English version, just also like tag us on social.
Let people
be
know.
Be loud on Reddit. We would also love to make an English version of this happen.
Yeah, and a personal shout out from my side to Bana1996, who pointed out that apparently I did say vanilla. And I'm being gaslit, so thank you for having my back here.
Sorry.
I'm not so happy with anyone, but I'm happy with the chat for paying attention where I'm not.
Banan, I thought you were on my side.
Bisschen laut, ne?
No, he's right. He's right to call us out on that.
So ist besser,
There's
oder?
two sides here. There's one big family, and it's the ANNO family,
Yes.
including a wonderful community. Thank you all.
Yes.
So, what's up next? Why do we
Yes.
have all this white chocolate?
Because, and this is a controversial opinion, white chocolate is the best standard chocolate that you can get. Chad, what's your opinion on that? Because I get roasted so much in my team for really liking white chocolate.
Nah, for me it's a no white chocolate. No.
The best
all
chocolate.
Dark, the bitterest of bitter chocolates, right?
No,
Oh, what? No. Ew.
70,
Just trying to rile up
I
the
think
chat even more.
70% dark chocolate.
98% chocolate is where it's at.
Ja.
Lisa, you're wonderful, but you're so wrong. Dark chocolate is the best chocolate.
Thank you, Liagal.
I mean, this is just wrong.
There's definitely a lot
Milk
of win for the white
chocolate.
chocolate here. So,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not to gaslight you, as a lot of people saying you're on the money.
White chocolate is best. Dark chocolate better than white chocolate.
70% is perfect. This I can agree with.
Yes,
I think
70%.
That's a really good.
Ooh, 70%.
It's the highest I can go. After that, it just tasted bitter. It's no flavor.
I mean, the most I can do is milk chocolate.
Ich hoffe, es klappt alles.
That's it.
Fair.
Like, that's it.
Because your baseline is pure sugar.
Correct.
No judgment
I mean,
here.
there's people that like both.
Zone.
But
so
also,
what are we gonna do with it?
Yeah. First of all, I said I don't like dark chocolate, and that's right. But in the ANNO 1701 chocolate pudding, it's really good. But we've also prepared some white chocolate because we want to decorate our ANNO puddings, of course.
And I want to give one last shout, sorry, just to Steve Dog 8750 for saying all chocolate is
Quedlinburg, Halberstadt, Goslar, Hildesheim, Löhne und Köln. Oh, wow. Alles Regionalexpress.
On chocolate. I think it's chocolate. Best. What could go wrong? It's wonderful chocolate.
Honestly, it makes anything better. That's why I love that we're doing, a chocolate recipe.
Hildesheim is schön.
So chocolatey.
It smells
here.
so good. Yeah. I think it's best if we cut it up here because then we can also use the camera from above.
Yes.
Who wants to do it?
Go for it, Thomas. You did a wonderful chop first earlier, so.
Lady wird's aushalten, oder?
My hat covering it.
That's a great comment. Art Cow says, what would be ANNO also in cooking time? Without ornaments. Yes. Perfect analogy, indeed.
Yes. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, for all the beauty builders out there, we're doing some beauty building with our chocolate pudding.
Yeah. Definitely struggling a little with the cutting on top of it, so bear with me, chat. I might cut this on the side before I cut.
Be careful. Yeah. Do it on the side, it's easier.
Then also, in the meantime, to explain what we are doing here, we've prepared a water bath because we want to melt that white chocolate to create a great visual contrast with the dark chocolate pudding.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna start cooking up the water.
Lisa is an expert on white chocolate. That's why she has the science down. Yeah, we're not melting this in
the microwave.
And we're also not melting this at the highest temperature, aren't we?
Yes, exactly. Because if you do so, then chances are high that sugar will crystallize, and this then gives you clumps. And we want to avoid that because we are cooking a straight chocolate pudding.
Nicht so negativ denken. Bitte schöne Fahrt. Du hast Zeit. 3 Stunden später kommst du 3 Stunden später an. Ist ja egal. Hauptsache du kommst an.
There's an interesting comment. Can you create the ANNO logo on the pudding?
Oh, I wonder. That's such a great idea. Can we make this happen?
Someone in chat actually gives us some really interesting facts. White chocolate max temperature 40 degrees Celsius. Did you know?
Now we have the scientific backbone to our QA
we hope
test.
We don't burn it.
Recht ist cool.
This is why we keep this at a perfect 39 degrees.
Sure.
Because white chocolate isn't really chocolate. Oh yes, I heard. Lisa is getting triggered because she loves white chocolate.
In our hearts,
my PTSD.
It's true.
Of people not
da ist halt Kakaobutter drin.
I mean, I think it's fine because most is like sugar and cocoa
Sonst wäre es auch dunkel.
butter, I think.
Wait. We have a chef in chat. It's the one that told us about.
Perfect.
Let us know.
Thank you, and please forgive us if we did something wrong.
Sorry.
Trying our best here.
Please don't get triggered. You need ANNO-shaped molds. Nah, we will do everything by hand, don't worry. Like, we're very skilled artists here.
Crafted with care.
Crafted with care, indeed.
I'm just gonna lower the temperature after the shout out in chat.
Yes, 3 drops in total, yes.
And the people demand more pudding? Sorry,
more
yes,
pudding,
3
always.
drops.
3 drops. Yes, we have after 2 hours, you will have the Hyperion logo. Then after 4 hours, you get the Celtic mossy skin, which is great. I love it.
Yeah, for the market. This is
for the market.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then as last, like big grand finale, there's the town crier ornament with 9-hour watch.
Exactly. And don't worry, you don't have to watch consecutively of 9 hours today. I think everything that is running with the ANNO Day hashtag for the next 2 more days.
Yeah.
Ja,
Will
gut.
allow you to accumulate
Yes,
that
exactly.
time, get a wonderful, awesome
Yes.
Twitch drop, to be honest.
Somebody, Banan is asking
Schon
for
praktisch
the
mit
fourth
Deutschland-Ticket,
drop,
ne, oder?
the chocolate pudding.
That would be awesome, though.
Yes. I don't know
I
how
mean,
we
we're
would-
gonna drop some chocolate pudding in live in
No,
this.
we are not dropping it.
No, we're in our stomach.
Yeah, in the stomach.
I think we can
Not on
drop
the
some
floor.
chocolate.
So there's a petition, it's starting, to get Lisa, Celeste, and Tommaso to make garum on stream.
Nein.
Who's gonna tell them that this is
Who is
not
trying to
gonna happen?
torture us?
Who's trying to torture us here?
Yeah, no. No.
Please
This
don't
is-
do that.
Ich gucke mal eben den
It's all for
Zeitplan
Anno,
an.
isn't it? It's all for the love of Anno. Just like Anno
I
did.
don't know, with like this petition going on, I don't think that people are liking us that much.
We can do a more chocolatey recipe or some
Yeah.
cake.
What about pralines and cake? Yeah, the plum cake.
The plum cake, yes, it looks so tasty.
Fantastic.
Well,
Why
I
garum?
think there's a fair shout that
Yes.
garum is preferable over bird tongues and aspic.
Oh yeah.
Not if you
Yeah,
ask
okay.
Also die
some.
Kochshow geht
Some
bis
Some of the patricians.
Yeah.
14:30
Patricia
Uhr.
wouldn't agree with you.
Und dann kommt 2070 Gameplay.
Very
Yeah,
opinionated.
the side eye that you would get from the patrician when saying something like that.
Question.
Oh,
2
das ist auch
people
schön.
on cooking team, but 4 pudding. Who gets the least one? Of course, we have Darius behind the camera. He will get one. So
We're not forgetting about.
yes, of
our
course.
very
Shout
own.
out to Darius, who's been
Hui
with
Woko,
you
ja, 9
behind the
Stunden.
camera.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Aber das geht auch die nächsten 2 Tage noch.
They are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
And I mean,
Ne,
we have
anderen-
to say, like, it's a
anderen
9-hour
Anno-Streamern
stream,
zuschauen.
So people are working really hard now,
Yeah.
staying focused for like the full 9 hours. So it's actually quite
Yeah.
insane. And thank you so much for your support, guys.
Yes, thank you so much for celebrating with us Anno Day because we're really, really excited about it.
And now that this is slowly melting, I think it's still a secret what we're doing with it, isn't it?
It still is. If you want to, Tommaso, you can just stir it for a little. Mm-hmm. Or
Oh,
did
stir
I
it,
just
stir
get
it.
you? Oh yeah,
I'm also gonna grab an Anno book.
yeah.
Yes, I wonder
Perfect.
what we're
Just
doing
want
with
to make
that.
sure, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it has more than one use for this recipe. Do you want me to keep
Maybe.
stirring?
Yeah, keep stirring a
This is
little bit. I'm gonna
what I'm best
keep
at.
the heat a little lower.
Stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot.
And look at that
So-
beautiful, genuine chocolate, because all chocolates are treated equal here.
Somebody just said that they made an Anno 117 Pax Romana Town Crier cosplay during launch
What?
last year. Feels like I should get it out of the closet for Anno Day. Well, wow.
Yes.
You
Yes, we need to
should.
see pictures.
And we want to see it.
Yeah, Primal Nerds, huge shout out. And also, where are the pictures? Where's the proof?
Yes. Yeah, we need to see it.
We love all the love for the town crier. 'Cause we love him too.
Thank you, Toon Raider. Thank you. The best 3
Aye.
chefs.
Oh, thank you so much.
Aw.
Really trying our best here.
Yeah, and I think we're in a good spot here. And why are you putting this parchment paper that is a little see-through on top of our Anno cookbook, Lisa?
Thank you for describing this so well. So,
Yes.
I think somebody
Don't hide.
already pointed it out in chat that it would be great to have the Anno A
Yeah.
to
Right.
decorate the puddings. You know, great minds think alike.
Yes.
And this is why we started to melt the chocolate. We are gonna do a pretty quick DIY part in here because now that the chocolate is melted, thank you, Tommaso, I have this plastic bag. Like it's just a
Plastic.
normal sealing
Nicht
bag
Plastik.
from a Swedish company.
Eingedeutscht.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the melted white chocolate into one of the edges of this bag, like so.
Keeping it community focus and do-it-yourself focus.
Yes.
Any Ziploc will do, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually advise people to look that there is, like, the corners are simple and they're, because some of them are folded in.
Yeah. And it makes it really hard.
That makes it just way harder, trust me on that. But, ooh, yeah, that chocolate is hot.
DIY pastry bag.
DIY pastry bag.
Somebody pointed out in chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crafted with care.
We want to make this as easy as possible and also as accessible as possible for all of you guys.
Moin, Kuro.
And this is the way to do it. Because I think everybody has a zipper bag at home. It doesn't even have to be a zipper bag. It can also be a bag where you like.
I think you can
Die
make
gehören zu Anno,
like
ja. Also das sind
with also this type of paper.
Community Managerin, Creator Manager, sind einige dabei. Hallo Lady, grüß dich. Drauf die zweite, sehr schön.
And in the cone, the chocolate will just.
Hallo Lady.
Yes, and I think we're right on the money as we're approaching the last 15 minutes of this wonderful cook show. And now we get this all in here.
Warum kochen die dort? Weil es ein Anno-Kochbuch gibt.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Okay. It's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also,
I think scissors would go a long way.
Yes.
At this step.
That for sure.
Where are they?
I got them here.
Oh, okay, they're there. Okay, perfect.
Very close to where they need to be. I'm just gonna.
Lisa has definitely done this before. Impeccable technique. Professional.
Yes, we're all just accessories.
Yeah.
To Lisa's master plan.
Yeah, sure, yeah, of course. They are both right hands for me. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, it should look something like this. And with that, we now have scissors.
Lady, einmal Discord.
Sorry, they got stuck.
For a second, I was like, oh, I don't want to pull you away. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we cut. Best thing would be if you also have a small bowl or something. So we will cut the zipper bag.
Oh, yes.
And as you can see, the chocolate is coming right out of here. And we will be using that with the parchment paper to mark the ANNO on the cookbook.
Das ist natürlich schlau.
It might be a little hard, and also I can tell you, the chocolate is hot. The chocolate is hot, and it will look very much crafted with care.
Yes.
But it will be super easy for you guys to repeat it. And also, like, there's a lot of chocolate in that bag at the moment. You need to...
Oh, this one is going much better.
Than the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks wonderful.
Yeah, they keep asking for Roman recipes, and I'm afraid that this will fall into garum again.
And this will fall on Ollie again, I feel.
Hallo garum.
I mean,
all things come together here. I think that's wonderful. Also, if you want to do this at home and you don't yet have the ANNO cookbook, if you go in the ANNO Union and you look for the fan kit,
yes,
it's gonna have a lot of wonderful things, but also a wonderful ANNO for you to print out and do your own ANNO chocolate at home, following this wonderful approach.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
should I look if the pudding is already?
Für die Kochschürze noch andersrum viel besser finden. Grundfarbe schwarz und das Anno-Logo dann in diesem Rot sogar.
Would it be a cook show if we wouldn't have something prepared just for you?
Das wäre echt dezent, glaube ich sogar.
A magical.
Aber die haben hier ja nochmal eine Meldung geschickt am Wochenende. Es hat wohl auch andere mit dem gleichen Problem gegeben. Es gab mehrere Meldungen beim Support in der Woche. Aha. Gucke, die kümmern sich drum. Sehr schön. Das wäre hübscher, ne?
It looks absolutely fantastic, Thomas. So.
This is a magic fridge, so you put stuff in.
Ja, das ist alles schon nicht schlecht.
Ready, right?
Awesome.
I think it's been blessed by the magic one.
It's also where we finish all the games. We put them in this fridge, and then they're ready to ship. And now, Lisa, this is crazy.
Great job, Lisa.
What's crazy, Tommaso?
I feel the magical fridge is also time traveling.
What? What do you mean?
Because in here is some parchment paper.
What? This one is perfect.
And there's even more parchment paper. On it.
The logo looks good, Lisa. People are praising your...
Die haben schon mal vorbereitet.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Trust me, this bag of chocolate is so hot.
Now I'm very confused because we have some
ready?
beautiful future traveling ANNO logos in here, but I also found some that look just a little different, and I wonder why that is. Is there any
cool.
additional approach that we can do to make this even prettier?
Die haben bestimmt einen Tag vorher schon alles mal ausprobiert. Einmal durchkochen.
I would say we can start unwrapping
yes.
the puddings that just magically appeared.
We can move them here because I think it's
the
warm
magic
there.
of ANNO Day.
I'm just gonna
Look at
put
that.
those tiny little A's to the side.
Not a pudding skin inside with this magical
Yes.
approach. And if you see any, it's an illusion and it's because
I
of
will
the
move
camera.
them here in case it's too warm on the other.
That's a fair shout.
Yeah.
Andromeda hatte ich
Fantastic. So, I would say we are at the almost most fun part. Most fun part is obviously eating.
Yes.
Einer ist für mich, sind 4 Stück, hier sind nur 3.
The part where we can start decorating.
Yeah.
Wie lange brauche ich nach Mainz?
Yes,
Oh,
we
2,5 Stunden.
have those little Anno A's, but we also have some sprinkles. I'm just gonna get a knife real quick so we can get those Anno A's off the parchment paper.
I'm gonna start putting the sprinkles.
Yes, and you can also put them on your NOA.
Sprinkles heißt
As
Streusel, aha.
Someone from the
Hätte ich nicht
future
gewusst.
apparently did.
Yes.
Because what would a chocolate pudding be without chocolate A on top, covered in chocolate sprinkles?
I mean, we already said it, there's not too much chocolate.
Never.
There's never enough chocolate. Like, it's not a thing. It doesn't exist. Who says, oh, this is
Oh, I think Primal Nerds actually posted proof.
Oh, really?
Oh, I cannot wait.
You
now
cannot
I
see it
wanna
in the chat
see.
now, but it's the first thing we're gonna check out once we're done eating a pudding here. Oh, yes, Banan, of course the Anno logo is sprinkled with volcanic ash.
Yeah.
How fitting.
If you want to know more about that, of course, don't.
About what?
Like,
Volcanic ash? I don't
Volcanic
even know what this would be hinting at.
Sounds explosive, and I think you should stay.
You think there's a lot of things that will blow up for Anno Day? Who knows?
Yeah.
Kommt noch ein Trailer.
I mean,
Perfect.
after this cooking stream, we will do a Anno 2070 stream with Ollie back on stage. So that's something that you can definitely look forward to. And afterwards, we are going to move to Anno 1800. And then we might even have a small surprise.
Yes, and we have a special guest.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Sorry.
No content surprise for Anno 1800, just to clear that out. But we have a special guest that's going to join us. That Ollie will have the honors of revealing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Also, chat is praising the Anno A's that
Yes,
Lisa has been
this
working
is so
on. They're
cute.
wonderful. And then also congrats to Confucius, who just got
So
the
viel
best
Arbeit
skin.
für so wenig Pudding.
That's what it's all about.
Yay!
Keep
And to everyone
watching.
else who got it, of course.
You're not far from the town crier.
Now my question is, who's gonna get the big chocolate pudding?
I think Darius.
Yeah,
Who did all
for
the
sure.
work.
Darius.
Yeah, who?
Darius.
Ich.
I don't know. Let me see.
Ich krieg den großen.
Some spoons.
Fantastic. Okay, I would say we are putting the Anno chocolate A's
Yes.
on top.
Go for it.
And I got the ridiculous small spoons.
I mean-
And a bigger one for Darius because he gets a big pudding.
How cute are these spoons? They're so tiny. Look at them.
Cutest.
Oh my god, so pretty.
It is.
Oh, wonderful.
I love it.
Oh, schön.
And then, I mean, obviously, if the surface is a little rough, you can just turn it around.
It's gonna be very smooth because of the paper.
Exactly.
Cool.
Perfect.
Hast du gut gemacht.
Then,
Genius.
let's also use one of the smaller Anno A's
For the small
for the
pudding.
small pudding. I think this is very cute. I mean, it feels
Very
a lot like,
gute.
just patting yourself on the shoulder, but hey, I mean, I think it turned out well,
Also ich kann auf jeden Fall backen und
Absolutely.
kochen.
as
I mean-
we intended.
We will know once we do the taste test,
That's
which is
also
my favorite part of
Yeah.
the Anno Day cooking stream, I would say.
Yes. But is it your favorite part of the Anno Day stream? For me, it's what's coming next.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of cool stuff to come.
Yes.
People definitely praising Lisa's craftsmanship. And I think
Yes.
rightfully so. Look
Great
at this.
job.
Look how beautiful those
It's teamwork.
Anno
It's full teamwork.
Anno 1701 chocolate puddings look like.
Yes.
Now, should we go for a taste?
Yes.
And should we give one to Darius?
Of course.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna give the big one to Darius real
Here's
quick.
the
And make sure he
spoon.
gets a spoon as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and then?
I guess we're starting with the taste.
Jetzt,
Taste.
nein, zu viel Salz drin.
I can also get
Wir haben
the-
Zucker mit Salz
I'm
verwechselt.
not gonna get this one. I'm gonna get this one.
Yeah, you know, because like my controversy about dark chocolate, but this one's really, really good.
And this is the part that is the most fun for all
Also
of
wenn
you
das wie
who
bei
will get to
Biolek damals war, wenn die sagen interessant, schmeckt es
another-
schlecht.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Warum?
To Anno Day.
To Anno Day.
Sagt einer
I'm sure
interessant?
you're all gonna recreate this recipe at home. Can
Oh
we
my
throw
God.
it up one last time for the chat, just so people
Nein, er scheint gut
can
zu sein.
take a screen grab and do their
Best
own
pudding I've ever had.
So good. No, seriously. Also the consistency,
Yeah.
I'm especially proud of.
Professional job again.
I think of all the ones we of course did not try before this because
Und die sind aber sehr gut in der
I've
Zeit, ne?
only once tried recipe. This is the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
Oh, it's really good.
At least Banan says it's also their favorite
This is-
part of watching the stream is us eating the
Eating.
pudding.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Banan.
Honestly, I think this is the best way, you know, to end the cooking stream. You know, with
People are pointing out no one's eating the vanilla and you're fixing it immediately. Always looking at
The white
community.
chocolate.
Yeah.
The best part of
Yes.
it, actually.
Lisa is keeping it for late, like.
And Herzog 88 is asking about the 9-hour drop. Yeah.
The town
And
crier.
how tough it is to stay on for 9 hours. Do we
Well-
have some good news around that?
You have time until April 11th.
Bis übermorgen habt ihr
make
Zeit.
sure to watch any streamer in the ANNO 117 Pax Romana category and you will get your town crier drop.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
don't get scared
Don't
if you miss
despair.
some of the earlier
Yeah.
content.
But also don't drop off because the best things in the stream are
Yes.
about to
Are yet to
happen.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
It's us
will
finishing this pudding.
Tommaso, Lisa und Celeste.
plus also some of
Projektmanager,
the older
Product Manager,
Darius,
Community.
Darius really enjoyed this
Darius
pudding.
loved this pudding.
He basically
Many
inhaled the
managers.
whole thing.
How many
I'm
managers?
eating slowly because Lisa says that I eat too fast. So
No, I said Tommaso eats too fast.
Joe with the fro is asking if we have some personal favorites from the cookbook. I think this is now a contender for me just because it's
Oh, yeah.
really, really tasty.
but also the plum cake. Yeah.
A plum cake is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, Ron Empire.
Also the pralines from the 71.
Mach gerade Werbung für seinen eigenen Kanal.
Very, very good.
Das finde ich
And then,
unmöglich.
but also the Schnitzel. I'm sorry. The Archduke's
The
Schnitzel.
Duke Schnitzel, yeah.
Herzog Schnitzel from Anno 1800.
Ja.
Strong contender for the +1 happiness for Lisa. I think you should.
It's a +2 happiness for me per default. Like Schnitzel, I'm sorry, I'm too German for that, I guess.
Yeah, and people even correctly pointed out that a thumbs up from Darius is probably the highest honor that this.
Oh
person
yeah.
can get.
Thank you,
That's the
Darius.
quality sign that we need.
Yeah. Quality assurance. Yes.
That for
Yeah.
sure. And
Honestly,
then-
I can't. I want to start eating, but I can't. Because I need to talk, but I don't want to eat. I can't stop.
I mean, as we're slowly wrapping up, people are also asking if we have a favorite Anno game. I think honestly, I love the Roman Empire. So personally, I really fell back in love with a lot of like just core mechanics and principles of Anno, with Anno 170 Pax Romana, but also because I love the aspect that I can just go and build my Celtic outpost and a little
Yes.
Roman city, and I do everything that people who are really good at Anno would hate watching, especially Ollie. Forgive me for every time you had to watch me play the game, but I'm having a lot of fun just creating my own little world that is
Hallo,
always
HVPTA.
going bankrupt.
For me, I would say Anno 1800 because that's when I joined the Anno team as a community manager. So it's very nostalgic for me. I joined during post-launch. I think it was during the 3rd season.
Yeah.
I think we joined almost together.
Yeah. Exactly. I joined in April of 2021.
And I arrived around June 2021. So it holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
What about you, Lisa?
Well, I think it's a tough question because for me, I know 1701 will always have a special place in my heart as it's the game that introduced me to gaming and ultimately the game why I'm basically here,
Yeah.
I guess. But I also joined during 1800's post-launch. And there was just so much like fun experiences that we had with the game and with the community.
Hallo Anno dazu mal.
My Gamescom experience at Gamescom 22 was absolutely fantastic. There we had the airship expansion for Anno 1800. I think it was it was not released yet. And Ollie and I had so much fun doing the community presentation, so I loved that.
But I guess this brings us to the end.
Brings us to the end of this cooking stream.
But not of Anno Day.
But not of Anno Day. Stay tuned for more fun stuff. And thank you so much for watching. Again, the cookbook is on sale. Or for sale on the internet. You can just
Ja, wenn ihr es haben wollt, ruft ein Kochbuch.
But I think we can also drop the link somewhere.
Somebody will drop the link in chat.
Yes, you can find it on the Panini website and also the usual retailers for books.
That's true. I didn't even finish my pudding yet. But
we're gonna finish later.
We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna check out the cosplay of.
Absolutely, yes.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for all the love you showed in the chat.
Thank you.
And then stay tuned because there's a lot of cool stuff to come.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, I would say back to Ollie.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hallo Olli.
And hello back in this room. Thank you to my lovely colleagues upstairs
for the
cooking stream that I watched during my break as well. I didn't get any of the chocolate pudding. I hope they keep some for myself, for me later. But yeah, we followed chat. I followed chat during my lunch break, and it was a lot of fun. It looked like you had a lot of fun watching that as well, and maybe got inspired to try some of the recipes or this specific recipe for yourself. And yeah, maybe we'll do another cooking stream at some point. It's the first time we've done that, so it's a good learning experience, but the demand seems to be there, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do another one of those streams in the future, now that we've figured things out. And we won't be making garum. We'll pick a non-fish-based let's say, for everyone.
Dann müssen wir das ganze da riechen ohne Ende, wenn die Garum machen.
Yes, no garum. All right.
No garum.
Now we're back instead with a gameplay segment. You can see it in the bottom of the screen. Here, Anno 2070. So we're traveling to the future after covering Anno 1602, 1701 and 1404 in the last few hours before the lunch break.
2070 finde ich, mag der möglichst nicht. Ich finde es immer noch ein richtig gutes Anno.
Directly the next game after 1404, just two years after actually, as we just discussed with Dirk in the other segment. But quite a change of scenery. And while keeping quite a bit of the engine, at least that's what Dirk told me, and that's why there's so much content in this game. And I have the perfect people to talk about the tech side of things with me. So welcome, Frank, Kevin. Thank you both for being here. Can you just briefly introduce yourself? Who are you? What's your job field? What are you working on?
Sure. I'm Frank Hoffmann. I'm an expert 3D programmer working on the 3D engine of the game.
Das ist ein Engine-Programmierer. Cool, dass wir die auch mal kennenlernen.
Designs in Ubisoft Minds for, I think about 20 years. So
20 Jahre
I was
dabei.
working on all the ANNOs here, started as an intern and still doing basically the same job here and
as an intern.
As an intern, no longer as an intern. But basically trying my best to do the technical stuff on the background so our artists can put the best images on the screen.
Der ist schuld, dass das Anno 117 besser aussieht.
Hello, I'm Kevin Sellner. I'm a technical director here in Ubisoft Minds. I'm also working on the Anno 117 brand currently, and I'm around here for 25 years.
Boah, der ist 25 Jahre dabei.
So it's in July, I guess.
Vielleicht ist das Gute, dass sie auch richtig da die alten Hasen behalten. Wir müssen was Neues reinbringen und so weiter. Ist nie immer gut.
Via History Edition. Yeah. And doing also all the technical stuff in the background, if this is the same.
All right, and then we are looking at 2070, which is the futuristic one, the first of the two futuristic games you've worked on. That was released 2011, so it's been a while. I'd say,
Schon ein bisschen her, ne?
And it still looks great.
It still looks great. We'll take a look in a second, then look at what makes it unique, what are the differences, where are the similarities. I think visually it's obviously due to the setting already quite striking. You two, from a setting perspective, do you have favorite settings for Anno in general? Did you like because you worked on a tech side, so I guess it's not quite the same as if you work on art and like I would love to do art, but I don't like the feature or something. But from a setting, is there a setting, Anno setting that exists already or that you would like to see? Favorite one?
I think personally I most like the kind of medieval ones because they have this special coziness. From a 3D programmer side, I think I'm more like the ones where you can get more wild, or our artists can get more wild with the material variants. So wood, metal, plastic, glass, and so on. So some of the annos only had for their historic reasons only parts of these materials, so they couldn't fully shine with all this variety.
I'm pretty much lost in the 117 setting, so all the Roman stuff is really cool. I like it, and I'm really happy that we finally managed to get there. But from a programming perspective, the stuff in the future, so 2070, for example, with all the shiny details, flying objects, all the particle effects and the stuff, that was actually more to do, or more variety. So that's more interesting from that perspective. But I'm the Roman guy.
All right. Well, that's very contrasting then in terms of technology. But yeah, let us actually take a look at the game.
Guck mal, was für schöne Socken er wieder hat der Olli.
I have to say, for context, it's my safe game. So anyone who tackles that is
oh Gott, Olli Safe Game, jetzt geht's wieder ab.
More difficult to get into someone else's safe games. I don't know if you want to.
I think it's best if you.
All right, then.
Or do you want?
No, I'm left-handed, so I cannot use this.
Okay, then just let me take it. Okay. And maybe I can give it to you later.
Yeah. You just need to enable.
Oh no! What I'm doing here?
You might have to enable the mouse first. So if you turn it, there's a button.
Okay.
Switch. There we go.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working. Yeah.
All right, so I played a bit over the weekend.
Yes.
And I originally wanted because I thought
alle wollen aufsteigen.
A small safe game for the stream.
Es sieht immer noch schön aus.
I spent a few more hours in and settled a few more islands.
Bisschen dieses Grau in Grau, ne? Das ist leider dieser Schleier.
Das pointed out to me before the stream. I picked the
Hallöchen.
I picked the tycoons. So for the
there's some here.
No sound in the game.
Also.
Can you check in the settings real quick?
Yeah.
If the game sound is off. I'm not ruling that out. Voice is slow.
Atmosphere, music.
Oh.
Looks good.
So no sound at all?
Strange, okay. We might have to check Windows settings. Can you just go away from the screen so we can fuddle around in the Windows settings? Sorry for that. In the meantime, I'll take a look at chat. The underwater has already been mentioned, so this is something we'll definitely take a look at, and I hope you have some stories. Or if you go into in the window on the bottom right and then check if your music
Olli ist auch schon lange dabei. Ein paar Jahre.
No.
Okay. Kleine Pause.
Sit on a different screen. Wait.
Bis gleich.
We'll say. Okay, we'll figure that out. Imagine getting paid for playing Anno. I know, right? That said, I played on the weekend, so it was like partially also free time that I used because I'm planning to continue playing because I had a lot of fun. Because
you got hooked.
Yeah, and I mean I played it before, but like the game is very how do you say? Like it has a lot of content. Simply, like especially when you compare it with like 1404 as well, which had content enough. Not that it didn't have enough content, but this one, 2 factions that you can choose from. The add-on added a 3rd faction, and then you have island building, underwater building. So it's a restart. Okay, we may have to restart the game. Fair enough. So it had had a lot, and there's like research on top. There's a lot of like research topics. The arc, like we can maybe then also cover as well in a second. Yeah, people are already sharing. They're asking about the arc. I think that the arc is something we can talk about, or you can slot in the. I actually have one. Do we have sound? Nice. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Resolved.
Finally.
Then yeah, just go load and load the third. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Excellent. So we got sound back, which means we can now look at everything and hear everything. And yeah, look at the sound. Look at the sound. Look at the arc. Because this is why, like, it should be north of my island, I think. Like if you just go a bit north, like up to the knee. No, a bit to the left. Yep.
In our modern Anno, I would just tilt the camera, and I could look to the horizon where it is.
And then spot it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our arc. So you can order goods here if you're out of like some of the resources, and after a while you have to pay for them, but you can order some goods to stock you up, so you don't have to only rely on traders. And then obviously the big thing is that second tab, which allows you to slot essentially items. Now if you go down next to
and upgrades. Okay.
Exactly.
And where you can slot items that give you buffs like across the entire. Yeah, okay. But it gives you buff and across the entire region, essentially. So there are some items that slot on specific islands, like you know it from like most other games, that you can slot items on an island, and then it helps with the production. But these items actually act globally, and you take the arc from one save game to the other.
Exactly. So that is your player progression. You can take with you. Exactly.
So this was very like unique thing that is actually you tried so many new things in this game.
Yes.
The conquest mode, another thing. You tried a lot of like new things, new features, new that you brought in with this. What do you remember? Like the discussions or the ideas back then?
So I not really remember where this idea was coming from, but we discussed a lot about this asynchronous gameplay mechanic, like a board game, that you just use Anno to level up on certain of these positions, to gain it or regain it if you lost it. But actually, I'm not sure who came up with it, but the idea was so convincing that we somehow tried to get it in. And just today, I checked if someone is still playing, and yes,
yes,
yeah. Some people seem to like it very much. Also, if you see how much they already leveled in some.
Schön, dass ich kann essen, ich kann trinken, ich kann Kaffee trinken.
Yeah, there's even like a dedicated website, right? Like where you have to
exactly. Yeah. You can then actually understand your current game state, but you also can download the save games, and if you like, you can continue these and see, what you can do for your gaming partner.
Yeah, and like you said, people are still playing it because if it's down for whatever reason, people are complaining about it. So this is how I learn about it. that has very much still interest in the conquest mode as well. But yeah, it's a good question from Socrates in the chat. How many of you would like to see us doing a future setting again as for
so wer hat denn
the 1800 and then another 17 Pax Romana, so we went back into
wer hat dann 2070 gespielt von uns?
Look into a future setting.
Mahlzeit,
There's a question from what Darren plays. How was it like developing this developing this after just 2 years from 1404? Because the release.
Ja, Anno dazu mal war mir klar. Hallo Albert.
Usually it's like 3 years or so, and this was just 2 years in between.
Yeah. it
Hallo
was close
Stahlbart.
together, but as you said, we tried to change not that much on the underlying technology, but only on gameplay and
Schön fand ich diese leuchtende Dinge überall, diese Displays und so. Das fand ich richtig schön.
Actually, but I was also I was looking forward to the future setting, but on the other hand, how could we know that this will work out? Actually, so it was a really bold decision, but yeah. Now, very proud that we.
Ganz viel Bewegung in den einzelnen.
And I think there's lots of fun memories of this one as well. Sure, if you didn't like sci-fi, then this was not your Anno, because all the other ones were played in the past, had more like a
Eco-Bilanz, ja.
cozier
Genau.
setting maybe than this.
Aber leider dieser leichte Grauschleier in der Grafik.
In the game, right, didn't have.
Das hat mich am meisten
had, like,
gestört.
quite some serious topics
Ja, dass die Bäume
really serious and
grau-grün sind und nicht grün.
The topic it looked like we
das hat ja wieder Eco-Bilanz zu
into
tun.
our future, so or maybe we somehow navigating there. It was quite visionary, so yeah, I'm still surprised.
Yep.
Yeah, this is an island from Tilda Jorgensen, just because I needed to bring. No, I needed to bring a Jorgensen in here, right, in some way. And obviously, she's playing, or she's an eco. So obviously her buildings and the whole like way she structures the islands is far more nature focused. The buildings look different, use different
Ja, aber das war ja aber. Du hast am Anfang hast du alles so grau gehabt. Das störte dann mich zumindest. Aber sonst, ich finde es immer noch super. Vom Gameplay her und so weiter. Finde ich es richtig gut.
And I think already Potty, I think mentioned it, that
und auch die Szenarien fand ich sehr gut.
The sun always moving with the game camera, so it was always here this way, the sun was always from the right side, so that you always have the best kind of visuals. And here in 2070 we had the option to fix the sun so that it's in the end kind of realistic, and you can also have a look here in the shadowed region, or
dark side of the game.
On the dark side of Anno, exactly. Yeah. And one thing that isn't that obvious here in 2070, but in other Annos where you can shift the camera that you're looking almost with the sun, directly from the sun direction, and then the game usually doesn't it looks a little bit much more flatter. You lose a bit this 3D effect when you're looking with the sun. But just this morning I had a look into our shader code from 2070 and we did some kind of magic here so that it doesn't appear that flat, and we were using some at this time when the game was released, some of the new 3D tech, so screen space, ambient occlusion, and so on, and some things like physically based rendering, they were not there yet, and so we did some really hacky shader things on the 3D side, and so it doesn't look that flat here. I also looked into the shader code for the illumination and all the lighting calculations, and it's only a tiny little bit of hacked together code, and in the newer Annos it's hundreds of instructions and of code lines, and but somehow it just looks good. The game just looks great.
Ja, die Engine war damals noch ein bisschen einfacher.
The fun thing for me, like going
Aber Grafik für immer noch gut.
All these Anno games in preparation for this, and I'm like, you can play all of them still. Like that, you're probably missing some quality of life stuff eventually, because you're like, ugh, I wish this had the blueprint mode, or the first Anno games didn't have the right-click menu, and all these things where you're like, this is really convenient. But they're still visually playable, and if you can deal with like UX problems, let's say, then they still hold up very nice.
What I'm missing here is when you build a block of houses, you can't just click with the street in the middle of it and have it surround all the buildings. I'm missing that a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you only started missing when you knew about it. Like I never was like beforehand, before we introduced that. Now I was never like, it would be really convenient if I could just build the street around it with a click. But now that it's there, I'm like, I kind of need that everywhere. Yes.
Yeah, totally used to it.
There was one question from Dr. Matti. If there was anything that obviously didn't make it into the game. I'm pretty sure there were multiple things that ended up not making it into the game. Is there something you can't talk about?
Do I remember? So that is the thing. 15 years ago, I would...
I can tell something from 3D side. Not really something that is really that could have been added, but for the rendering we switched from forward shading to deferred shading. Deferred shading is a kind of technical thing where you render the things in a different way, but for 3D rendering, we always have this issue of aliasing, so little noisy pixels that and jaggy lines and so on. And for the ANNO and for the previous ANNO for 1404, we were using a technique
Albert sehe ich auch so.
that
Richtig schön.
really did a good job to fix all these
Und starke Gegner. Also,
aliasing and jaggy edges.
Die gar nicht so dumm waren.
And here we had to use something else because the old technique didn't work any longer, and so we were using at this time I think it was an MLAA, FXAA. So the whole anti-aliasing is just kind of a post effect, and you see it in some places, I think on the Arc and so on, where they have these small pixel lines, these antennas on top of them in some situations, but I can't really I can't tilt the camera. Sadly, I'm also missing this a lot.
Yeah.
But so here we had some more issues with aliasing, but it's actually hard to reproduce it here to get into such a situation. Maybe you see it here on the wire. It's not really such a clean look here. So this was a little bit kind of a downgrade to the previous. I know that you have a little bit more aliasing here and there. But on the other side, you have the bloom effect that covers a lot of it.
There's just been some comments on the bloom effect, yes, like all the bloom.
all the bloom everywhere. We already had some bloom in ANNO 1404. I think on the Northberg Island there was the bloom slider a little bit higher than on the normal islands, and then 2070. Some of our artists totally put it totally high, and.
Wie viel Bewegung in den einzelnen Gebäuden ist, das fand ich auch super.
Disable it here. In the post effects intensity, it's a little bit hidden
25
here.
Hertz.
Tooltip tells it that you can use it when you're setting it to low. You are practically disabling the bloom effect. But it's also
Moin, Venny.
It was this time. Many games were using it at this time, and it adds some kind of fairy character to the game.
Yeah, no, the impression, the atmosphere is different now.
I can just toggle it. So maybe I don't know how good players or viewers at home see it. This is without any bloom. You still have the highlights here where some things are very, very bright and glowing. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of a preparation. What you prefer. And here it's with.
Ja, no,
Tatsächlich habe ich deutlich eine neue Endlospartie in 2070 geschaut und war ganz überrascht, dass meine Arche voller Items war. Auch ein neues Feature damals, ja.
The radioactive outlines here.
Kriegst du gleich was mitgeliefert.
I really... Sorry.
So I cannot remember features we dropped, and I guess there are a lot actually on the gameplay features, but I just remember one thing I worked on kind of hidden, but in there, all these info tips we have, they are known for being very complex, and for no good reason. I started to implement HTML, CSS interpretation for that. First, we looked into using browser backends or something, but they were way too heavy back then. And so we implemented from scratch, and that actually turned out to be quite complex. And so now I understand why there are just 2 or 3 renderers out there for all the browsers.
Musst du neu starten, ich will immer eine leere Arche haben.
Even Microsoft switched.
Even they switched, for a good reason.
Yeah, so it's a little bit extra work than that we're not doing again like this, I guess.
I will give you the mouse because it's your save game and it's a typical Anno problem that when you have your own save game and you don't play Anno for 2 weeks, you don't understand your own save game anymore and
give it
to a different person.
Like there are some games like this that were just extremely difficult to figure out.
Underwater.
Okay. Now this is what I want to talk about. So obviously, if I just zoom in, it doesn't stop in the water like in the other Anno games, but suddenly I'm underwater.
Still a cool moment.
There's this nice little bubble effect when you go in, and then this water running down your screen effect when you're zooming out.
Dann ist der Monitor noch
so
nass.
it's like adds to the immersion
Wenn du rauskommst.
really nicely. And yeah, you can go underwater. There are islands underwater.
On the screen effect, we were talking with our artists if it's better if you do something in our engine to make this effect, or then in the end we decided let's just be a movie. So it's just a pre-recorded movie that we were playing
Anno Kissen
of the scene, and so our artists had more their free hands to change it to their likings, and in the end was a better option to do it this way.
I also was part of the prototyping of this, and actually the moment we added the sound to it, the immersion was really complete because this is really cool.
Yeah, no, it's like, but then
Ja,
my
und das
question
finde
is
ich
like,
auch.
because I'm a total noob for the tech side of things. Like, was this difficult? What was the challenges that, like, I mean, it's still on the same map, so we're not entering a different region or anything, but like,
I think we just disable the water rendering. I'm not sure if the camera is actually under the water surface or a little bit above it, but the water surface rendering disabled. But we are doing additional stuff there. We are putting a lot more fog than there when you are below the water, and the transition movie hides a little bit this split second where we are changing the things. In the fog in the background, we also add some blur effect. So when something starts to appear in the background there, it's not super sharp, but first it's kind of blurred. So we are mimicking this underwater fog effect. This adds a lot. We had this problem that when you are underwater and you are near a normal island, that the camera could clip into the normal island terrain, and then you have the camera inside of geometry is just looking bad, and so we did some shader stuff that overwater island is actually a little bit flattened below, so you see some kind of terrain there, and it's actually the same terrain that you have normally on top of the ocean. So and the camera can no longer clip into it.
And then there were the specific ships. This one can do both. Like others are just surface ships. Then we have some of these submarine type ships that can go underwater as well. And then we'll just build one underwater outpost here. I don't think I need it right now, but well, it makes Tilda happy, so why not? And then it has its own construction menu, so you can't put population down there, as far as I remember. At least I have
schönes Anno
text,
gewesen.
they are still built on.
Nein, ist es immer noch.
On the surface in a settlement, but you have various production chains.
Auch der Preis ist oft sehr gering, also ich glaube, da kommt man schon günstig ran.
Food drinks essentially that you produce from algae, and then that you have to set up here, and then later these ones here, they want these immunity drugs because obviously this is what you need, what you drink, and then there's this gene farm and laboratory and the coral breeder. So there are several of buildings that you will need specifically for the techs, but also resources like oil fields and other materials that you can also get from underwater. So it's worth going there and using that. Then, another one of my favorites here is Trench Coat. we have always
Der
had
Händler.
these trader characters in Anno. In the first ones, they were like flying traders. They didn't have an island or anything. But 1701 already had a fixed island for traders where you can go to, and this is like so far interesting that this guy is just traveling in and out of the region essentially. He's not a static one. And he's also getting angry if he's here and I'm not trading with him while he's in the session, and then he leaves without me having traded. He's sending me an angry message, and the relationship goes down. So that's why I'm always trying to like send a ship there, just sell something, and then go back again.
Nice, yeah.
And it's such a cool asset. I guess the artists that were doing this, they had a lot of fun.
Yeah, aircraft carrier, but now
Welcome.
turned into a trading place.
And something more useful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sehr schön.
Right.
Diese Flugzeugträger.
What's the matter talking for? I want to take it, or otherwise I'll check chat. Conquest mode we already covered. Let me quickly see. Trenchcoat love in the chat, and then the underwater I think caused quite some conversations with requests to do underwater sessions for Anno 117 Pax Romana, and
Ich habe es so gemocht, als
yes, a
Trenchcoat in der
question.
2.5 wieder
Islands were
auftauchte. Der alte
usually
Gauder
very
ist
small.
immer noch mein
Was there a
Avatar.
technical reason behind this?
Cool.
I guess it was more a game design thing.
Game design.
Yeah.
So like they need to be special. They're not needed for buildings, which are otherwise the settlement is obviously usually the biggest space waster, so to say, in Anno game. They were needed, and it needed to be challenging, I guess.
Exactly, because of the amount of production chains for the submerged place. It needs to be sparse.
Er ist cool. Super cool,
Sadly, in Anno you need to have this problem that you don't have enough space.
Yeah. It's part of the optimization.
Yeah, otherwise, like, that's why there are islands, right? This is one of the things that you have, like the space restrictions due to islands. And I think can't build these submarines yet, but I built a submarine base. So if I produce some more high-tech weapons, I could build this hunter. I think there's like a long-range missile submarine. And this one, nicely called Sisyphus. It's just as a carrier class who just can carry lots of resources. Yeah, there are more questions for Anno 117 Pax Romana. We'll keep those for we have a dev Q&A after this segment where you can ask questions about it. Then we have another segment at the end of the day and the end of our live stream panel today. This camera, hello. Where we're specifically talking about what's coming up in the future in terms of content for Anno 117 Pax Romana. So stay tuned. For now, we're sticking to 2070, and then there's news on the other topics later. I'm not sure why we like. Why we never did Underwater again.
So, das soll bis 15:20 Uhr gehen.
So,
Ja. Danach gibt es ein Giveaway und dann kommt ein Question and Answer mit den Entwicklern.
It was actually the moon, so we went out for the stars, and so it doesn't seem to be fitting to also have the underwater world and all the other settings. We had the Taucherglocke in 1800,
ja.
Ja, ein cooles Feature. Konnte ich schon mit rumspielen. Für mich als Casual ganz ruhig Spieler.
Ja.
Ein schönes Feature. Mit der Taucherglocke.
Who knows exactly? This is the right answer.
And I think 2070 was the first Anno after all the previous ones where they don't have ground units anymore, right?
True. There was still military, but there's no ground units.
Yeah. It's just the ships and the flying units.
Exactly, flying units.
Keine Landeinheiten. Oh nein!
Anywhere.
Juhu.
Was it not here?
It was always
mit den Landeinheiten von Anno 117.
To solve the conflict between,
naja, okay.
Optimized
aber musste echt nicht sein. Also wären sie nicht da gewesen, hätte ich nichts vermisst. Wie geht's euch? Hallo Vita.
Walking around because war always either takes place or destroys everything, and Yeah.
And ground units in ANNO were always some kind of tricky. So different things were tried. And 1404, it was these camps that you are placing and moving around. And
And I think
die Farmlayouts ist das Anno 2017 noch schöner. Ja, das
have the best solution actually to this.
Besonders, was ich da halt super dran mag, ist, dass die einzelnen Gebäude, das jetzt gerade nicht, aber sonst sehr viel Bewegung haben. Sehr viel Bewegung. Ich finde sogar mehr wie in Anno 1800 oder 117.
Was mentioned because it also had like these army groups that you could just freely send around, and then 117 Pax Romana for also the same reason you have a lot of freedom. While 1404 was very like indirect in terms of military, and then what some people also point out in chat, you always needed the space for the camp because they took up space on your island, while the military units otherwise you can have stand on streets or obviously the
könnte mit den Annos der Neuzeit nichts anfangen. Schade.
They can just hover, but they don't take up any space of your island, weil
das ist ja nur Neuzeit, aber sonst vom Spiel her ist es ein echtes, richtiges Anno. Allgemein ziemlich schön in 2017. Oder Wasserschwarm. Schwammfarm oder so, ja. Ich bin wieder weg, damit ich kein Wort verstehe, um was es geht. Alles klar, Bernie. Schade. Aber Deutsch kommt gleich wieder. Guck dir den Terminplan an. Sind englische Bereiche dabei und deutsche.
So the chance for me to need military were relatively low. That's why I only built this one big warship here, just because I wanted to see how it looks.
She probably also don't like you anymore when you build too much of it.
Probably, yeah. There's probably like a reputation, malus debuff for when we need that, because I think, let's see, she likes me. I could actually go there. But Trenchcoat is not a fan. And the doctor is like a little bit cautious. But yeah.
Nur einer in Deutschland war schon, alles klar, okay. Ich finde beide Science-Fiction-Annos extrem gut, wobei 22 und Füller Sonderfall ist. Ja, es ist so ein schönes Spiel, aber 17:01 war das, okay.
In Season 4. No, in the scenario, in the tree, in the Green Game Jam scenario, where like she and her ancestor both appear. So that was quite I think
jedem das seine,
nice surprise for some people to see like familiar characters come up again.
But looking at that ship, it remembers me that we often have art to make ships
gesagt, das ist der einzige
not as
Deutsche.
long as
Okay.
they're usually built, but more round, because the gameplay representation actually is a circle or an ellipsis. And so, this is, I guess, why they are shaped this way.
It's easier for the collision detection and collision avoidance. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, this looks like a bit like a dwarf ship, because everything's like just a little bit like stuck together and not
makes it even look much more super heavy.
Yeah.
Wurde eigentlich schon erwähnt, wann das DLC rauskommt? Nein, später. Später gibt es auf jeden Fall den Trailer, das wissen wir schon offiziell.
Not only did I not build any decoration, but I'm also running a propaganda program. Do I think the Ecos also have some kind of propagandas in there?
Do they have?
I thought they also have something, but here it's just
es soll im Es soll im April rauskommen, das wurde auch schon gesagt.
Gets me some extra money. And of course,
also nicht hier im Stream, sondern es wurde vorher schon geschrieben.
The nuclear power plant over here near the coast, because if you can already do that, you can over here get some urine and produce that. And obviously for the ecos, there are other ways to produce energy.
Das ist schon länger bekannt, genau. Deswegen.
The tax also,
also gehe ich davon aus, dass heute das Termin bekannt gegeben wird. Das sind ja nur noch 3 Wochen.
Wherever my underwater base is, there's these underwater power plants. So that's why, like, I think lots of people remember it for the 2 different factions as well, and how the impact on the game.
And let's see how visionary we are really, because the game tells us in 2070 there are flying cars. So
yes.
Back to the Future didn't.
There they are.
They weren't right. So 2015 isn't the year of flying cars, but maybe 2070.
So we still have about
looking forward for that.
40 years left. So we'll see how the world looks like in 40
Ja,
years.
ob 2070 schon welche fliegen, wissen wir
And
noch
as you
nicht.
have the Tycoon City here, it took some time during production to find the right art style for them.
Yeah.
They did some changes during the production.
I know in the beginning the Tycoons were designed very grim.
Yeah.
And so
dystopian.
Very dystopian, and so we had to redo it, I guess, twice at least.
They were kind of Mad Max punks.
They were too, okay.
in dark.
Die haben sie zu dunkel gemacht, die Tycoons. Haben das nochmal neu designt. Die Monitore, das finde ich schon cool.
Yeah, we implemented something that you can that the engine can play normal videos that we are normally just playing full screen. Like intro and outro and so on, and that we could put it as a texture, or artists could put it as a texture on the assets.
Yeah, that's cool. The same way that I love these city centers, because they gave you that illusion of depth.
I really like that you have these buildings that go into the ground. You no longer have this flat appearance that everything is just built on top of the island, but you dig into the ground.
Yeah. There's like a metro station or a shopping center or whatever down there. So that's I like that, because it gives you that impression. If there's more, the same way that obviously the water already tells you, like, you can go further, you can go deeper, but on land, Will there be a power plant in Anno 117 Pax Romana? Unlikely, I would say. The Romans, there's currently no
nuclear,
no archaeological evidence for nuclear power plants by the Romans. If they ever find something, I guess we can look into that for an update. I have no idea. What's up with the hidden Sudoku level in the game files of 2017?
Oh.
It's good. If you don't know either, then...
level?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know too.
See, sorry. I guess we can't answer that question.
I'll find it.
Okay, they're just talking. Let's see what else they come up with. I had one more question.
Up next, Giveaway.
Because funnily enough, it released.
Also, wenn ihr im Giveaway teilnehmen wollt, drüben mit dabei sein.
After that, again. And we were involved. That's why, I think that topic could be something. Someone else actually referenced that, of thank you for still patching it so recently. So
very much, and also a shout out to Christian Rösch and Yannick Leeds, which were helping me, or we three together, tried to fix it because of a security issue. Things had to be shut down, and we had just a really small window of time to make that happen. And actually, at the beginning, I was thinking that is impossible at all, but we somehow managed it. Yeah,
you're the heroes.
Yeah, no, I think there was super positive feedback.
People are playing it, and so that is telling me worth the invest.
Yeah, no, I don't have numbers right now. I know I asked for it, but I didn't have them. The Easter holidays just got in the way. But we know that because I know we looked up when you worked on the patch, we looked up player numbers.
Was die verlosen, weiß ich nicht. Warte, können wir nachgucken.
Are still playing, and how many people accordingly got upset about the shutdown. Oh, okay.
Klemmbauset vom Amphitheater. Amphitheater Klemmbauset.
Ultimately worth the invested time, I guess.
And so we also pimped up some other stuff. So we ported it to 64 bits, so that there's no memory issue
over single night.
Yeah. And all with having full compatibility for the save games, because we also don't want it to destroy ongoing games, also for the Conquest mode, because that also needed to be reworked. Yeah.
Es brennt! Olli!
Really happy that that worked out.
Feuerwehr! Olli macht eine Feuerwehr!
Right, then let me, because I think we have like about 5, 6, 7 minutes left. Let's check with chat. If you have any dedicated question for these two gentlemen over here, be it for 2070s in particular, as this game, or about their job field, maybe it's something you're interested in like personally to work in, or you just like curious about
Okay,
like
ich mache einmal Toilettenpause.
some insights, some stories.
Bis gleich.
Both of them. Let's see. Yeah, lots of fans, because there's always like a bit in the community. I noticed like if they like sci-fi or not, there's a bit of always like a some really do, and some others are like, this didn't really work for me because of the setting. And I agree, like the colors are, 1404 has very bright, inviting colors, and here, even if you're going for eco, like on her island, sure, it's greener and a bit brighter, but it's like you have still, like you said, Frank earlier, with the materials that you're using. They're obviously using in a futuristic setting, so they're using these types of materials, and there by default, like glass and like metals are just not as bright and colorful as maybe in a 1404 setting with wood and like colored tiles and everything.
Yeah, and I think in a futuristic setting, in a game like Anno, you always need to quickly find out from looking at your screen what each building is actually doing, and I think it's a little bit easier with the historic Annos to find out what also for our artists to produce an asset, a building that directly tells you what the building is doing, what it's producing, and so on.
Yeah, and that's why I definitely struggled in this game more than in other Annos.
Yeah.
Because some of the
you see a factory
buildings,
there, but what is it doing?
Yeah, or fields, and I was like, is it a tea? Is it the spices? Is it like this coffee? And like, okay, they're all like, if you play for a little while, then you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
But the buildings they just don't have that as a unique or as like a first glance recognizable look as if you're in a historic setting.
Yeah, there you have your wheat farm, and you directly see, okay, it's the wheat farm.
There was one question which I think goes back to game design again. Was there a specific reason why it was not possible to build population centers underwater? And I think this was again like a design decision, not like a technical limitation, but it was to decide that the cities are built on the islands, and underwater islands are used for productions essentially.
Yeah.
Any tips on how to start a career in game design? I think you two are not the people to ask. But the good thing is we have a Q&A with our lead designer after this segment, after the raffle in between. So you can ask that question there, and they will. Nick will have an answer for you. What do you think is the most relevant technical improvement in game development in the last 10 years? So it's not just Anno; it seems to be like more wider.
So from a 3D perspective, probably ray tracing, I would say. And that is now part of the hardware, that is directly part of the GPUs, is something that was, if NVIDIA and other ones wouldn't have invented it in hardware, people would do it in shaders now, because the whole industry was was moving into this direction. But I would say, this one.
Parallel processing. So actually, it was a long time. We were stuck with 2, maybe sometimes 4 cores. And since AMD did the push, it's actually going on in consumer hardware to much higher levels, and this gives us the chance to have unleash more power on the machines. But on the other hand,
we
also
need to
make stuff extremely complex or complicated. Yeah, but this is actually the coolest push on my side. Yeah.
Okay. Then if we're currently not planning any remasters or remakes or anything of past Anno games, because all of them are playable right now. The history editions are now, so which means really like the entire series is playable on modern PCs. So we're not planning any of this like at the moment. Can't rule out that we'll never touch them in the future. Who knows? But like there's no plans right now. And I also can't answer if we do underwater cities again, because we might, but there are currently no plans for underwater cities.
Atlantis.
Yeah, that's right. As a kid, chat is exactly on your side, like in Atlantis. So we'll see. Let's see what the future brings on this front. But we're nearing the end of the segment, or are at the end of the segment. So thank you both very much for joining. I hope, chat, you loved the insights and the stories from the time. And hopefully, if you didn't try 2070, maybe this inspired you now to give it a shot and play 2070. It's a lot of content, very depth, and lots of depth in terms of
Hallo Spinatpaule.
there, and the difficulties can be quite high if you really want to do absolutely everything. All right, thank you again.
So, Verlosung läuft schon?
Handing over to
Läuft die Verlosung schon?
For the next giveaway before we then come to the Dev Q&A. Thank you.
Muss ich Raute Anno Day?
Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Now, I think you know the drill by this time. This is our fourth giveaway. This means that you have to enter #AnnoDay in the chat and follow us on Twitch. And you have until the end of this countdown to do it. Now, mind you, this giveaway is a little special for me, and I'm also really
will gewinnen.
I have Anderson, our brand director, and also my boss
Ich will gewinnen.
with me to talk about a very special item. Now, some of you who were with us at Gamescom last year might have seen it.
Das bauen wir dann im Stream zusammen.
Of one waving. Hey, here it is. The
Und das ist ja eine kleine Box.
Anno brick set.
Ist da reingequetscht.
We've been in the year 2070, but we are back in the year 117 during the packs from ANNO. You know it by now. With the first miniature brick set that allows you to build.
Die rechts hat eine Brille wie Nana Muscuri.
It's in partnership with U2.
Oder?
U2's helped us build this brick set, but I'm
Ich finde die
super
cool.
proud to be here with Clem.
Wir kennen doch Nana Muscuri. Danke, Honestena. Alle mitmachen. Drüben auf dem Kanal.
So it's really cool to finally
Kann ich nochmal Rufzeichen
hear
Anno, damit die
talking to
wissen,
the
welcher
community
Kanal.
about this
Anno
incredible
Game,
brick
das wäre
set.
super lieb.
And yes, we just have a box right now. Full disclosure, everyone that wins this giveaway today, you will be getting it in May. It's still in production, but we're really excited and we want to share it with you. So this is, give it a shake, Clem. It's just an empty box.
Ja, also auf dem Kanal müsst ihr es machen. Warte, ich
have
mache
an
mal
example
Rufzeichen
of what it looks like built. How many pieces is this?
It's over
Danke.
2000,
Shai
I
hat schon.
think.
Danke
Over
für meine Liebe.
2,000.
Yes. I mean,
Was?
I think it takes longer to actually build this one than it takes you to build the amphitheaters in the game.
Aber schön klein, das kann man da hinten gut
It's
hinstellen,
so much
oder?
fun. Like, look at it.
Muss,
If you-
muss der
one of
SV
my
Mappenaufkleber da
favorite
weg, das ist natürlich
details
doof.
If you look into this inside, you already have an event going on, and it's not any.
Was
event.
gerade drüben,
It's
alles
an
klar.
Omakia with
Ich habe das Licht gar nicht eingeschaltet drüben, warte mal.
You have a little ship here. As a Roman governor and as a real big lover of Anno 117 Pax Romana, this is an accomplishment for me. And
Jetzt kann man
thank
die-
you to also to
das
the team
Fähnchen
who
gut
made
sehen,
this
oder?
marvel in the game and allowed us to bring it into a brick set.
And in the brick set, there's all these little details, like you can see the statues here that are reminiscent of the Singing Statues trailer, which I'm sure you've seen. As Clem mentioned, we have the Naumachia here. You have all the little trees,
Sie rechts ist
the little terracotta
der
roofs
Gewinnengel.
of the city around it.
Der
Right?
Verlosungsengel.
It really feels like we took a
Wie
monument
süß.
inside the game and brought it outside the game for you to build it. We love that builder spirit. So if you end up with one of these, please take a picture of it when it's completed. Maybe you also have the 3D puzzle and you want to have 2 amphitheaters.
Yes, you can't have enough amphitheaters in life.
Braucht Cassie auch noch.
She said it, not me. Yeah.
Ja, die muss kochen
And
heute.
Yes, this one is really great. It goes well with the 3D puzzle amphitheater.
Yeah.
But it's not the only brick set that
591 Teilnehmer schon drüben. Meine Gewinnchance ist ganz gering.
Channels on YouTube's website. You can also build the Emperor's Queen Queen.
Vielleicht gibt es demnächst, ja, demnächst nicht, aber irgendwann gibt es bei mir wieder was zu gewinnen. Das steht schon fest.
She does. Yeah. See, the Queen Kareem has a pool on top. It is a party ship. There's palm trees. It's really great as well. I think that one is also over 2,000 pieces.
This one is 1,500.
Oh, okay. So the amphitheater is the bigger build.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not talk about size. It takes, but yes, each of these pieces, they're great. We took something from the game that we wanted you guys to take pleasure into building. The amphitheaters, of course, this was a given because it's one of the biggest monuments in the game. And the Queen Queen, this is for all you guys who love ships because you can't play Anno without any ships. And the Emperor's Conqueror, I think it's not a stretch to say that this is the most beautiful ship in Anno history.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous ship. But unfortunately today it's just the amphitheater for the giveaway.
Und Drops weiterlaufen.
However, we also have
62% von 9 Stunden.
Twitch drops going on. We love when you get involved with our community. And when friend referrals stop, they stop May 12th?
May 12th, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to quiz you. But you're on the spot. Yes, so if you recommend 1, 2, or 3 friends, you'll get fame points for both you and your friend to play Anno. And maybe you can even build an amphitheater together.
I mean, I would love to build the amphitheater or the Conquerum with Ollie one day. Ollie, would you like to build an amphitheater with me?
You already threatened me that we do that on stream, right? So maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it takes us. If people want to see us like just build bricks for 2 hours, then I guess.
I mean, tell us, chat. Tell us if you want to see me and Ollie.
Ollie will nicht.
Either the amphitheater or the Conquerum. We will.
Ich weiß nicht, wie technisch begabt Ollie ist.
And not to mention, Ollie, if it really helps you get excited for this one, I think the instructions are 50 pages. Yeah, so you got maybe more than 2 hours. Yeah, but it's fun. It's a commitment to building. You get to bring a scene from the game to life. The Naumachia. There are 2 ships in here. They are battling. Yeah.
It fits on any desk, I think, too.
Any desk. Yeah, and you'll even see one when we go back to the team playing the game. There is one sitting on the coffee table as well.
Yes.
So we are decorating the whole office with them.
Yes, we can't wait to actually build it ourselves. Maybe we'll.
Du liebst solche Puzzles? Cool. Cool, dann schicke ich dir das, dann kriege ich das wieder fertig zurück, ne? Schick dir ein Paket. Nein, sowas kriege ich auch hin.
Yes, thank you to our partners at YouTube who made this possible for us to give you guys the opportunity.
Ich meine, die Daumen nur Spaß. Ja, ja.
I mean,
mich willst du nicht drücken, ich merke das schon, Honestender. Ich merke mir das. Das merke ich mir jetzt.
We're so happy to actually get the thing inside our hand.
Yeah, so. And if you don't end up winning one today, you can go to the YouTube's website and you can order it there as well.
731 Teilnehmer schon. Da sind die Chancen echt gering, oder? Was trinken?
We'll get in touch with you to make sure that you can get your amphitheater to build.
Absolutely. So if you do want to win one, give us a follow, use #AnnoDay, get in the chat, spam that chat, and yeah, we have Lisa on the other side of the camera running this raffle, making sure the magic happens. She'll let us know who the winners are in less than 2 minutes.
She's done eating the pudding. I hope she liked it.
Wir können ja alle mitmachen, dann vielleicht. Ja, dann gewinnt aber der Originelle, der kriegt das auch, der gewinnt.
Cooking stream, and now next step is watching the cooking stream while building the amphitheater. This will be a multiverse of Anno things possible.
And we have more good giveaways coming up.
There's some surprise.
There's a surprise giveaway, which I'm really looking forward to. And then you'll see Lisa also doing a giveaway. Hers is super cool. So the whole team has lots of things to share and tell you all about. We're really excited. So, yes, keep spamming that chat. But Ollie, I'd love to know that outside the Emperor's Conqueror and the amphitheater, is there something that you feel like we should also turn into a brick set?
I heard we're doing a hippodrome.
Oh,
the second DLC. So why not turn that into bricks as well?
That would be a big brick set, way more than 2,000 pieces.
I think we'll hit maybe the 5,000. I don't know. I heard the hippodrome is pretty big, so let's see. But yes, after the little ships, let's get some horses brick sets.
You twos, we'll give you a call. Email
we'll
incoming.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, and I mean, this is we are already halfway
through
the giveaway. Yeah. Of course, the hype is.
Da darf ich das wieder zurückschicken, ne?
We had amazing gifts, a giveaway with Raiko, with Matt Cook, with Celeste. Yeah. But now we're starting to get the big guns out.
The big guns out, and Clem, you're a huge part of this big gun, so you should be super proud of this work. A massive thank you to you for really pulling this all together and expanding the Anno universe. So thank you, Clem.
And thank you to all you guys who made this possible by just being you. So now it's over. You've seen it. The ticker has disappeared. That means
it's winter time.
It's winter time now.
Yeah.
Winter time.
My wings tingling yet, so
And the winner is.
As a reminder, the people who won, first
Soll ich das Geräusch machen?
We hope you have fun building the amphitheater. But also, our community team will be in touch with you soon after the stream to get your details so that you can get your codes. Don't worry.
Okay, it's incoming now. Are the wings tingling?
The wings are tingling. I'm waiting. Okay, so congratulations to Finder Keeper 360, Tobido09, Voye Yoda, F, Christian 25 DEC, and Rangoin. I'm absolutely not watching a computer on the side when doing that. This is all from the wings, people. So congratulations, you guys. As I said,
Herzlich glückwunsch.
Don't worry. And now I think you guys have some amazing questions prepared for the team. So let's see what Oli has prepared.
Thank you, Clem. This is your downside for picking any weird to pronounce names. This is what you get in exchange. Right. Then let's continue with another segment. This is not gameplay though. This is a purely talk-based segment of our stream, but I'm very sure you'll enjoy it as well, because we're doing a little Q&A session. So we have
Question and Answers, also Fragen und Antworten.
Two colleagues to question to us and to
Falls ich was für euch übersetzen soll, sagt Bescheid.
Yeah, you can ask any questions. It helps
Nein, das
if
meiste
they are
verstehe ich
around
wirklich.
17 Packs Romano related, because this is their expertise that we brought them in. But if you want to know some older stories, maybe Manu has some of that as well. So I already teased, so let's look at the crew.
Manu ist der Chef, Kreativdirektor. Niklas Magnier ist der Lead Game Designer, der Hauptdesigner fürs Game.
Hello everyone.
Und die Celeste ist auch Community Manager.
There's some in the fridge, so you will be able to tell us. You will be the last judge of the chocolate pudding.
And then we have Nick and Manu, if you want to introduce yourself real quick.
Nick, do you want to start? Yeah, I'm Nick. And I'm a lead game designer on the project. And, and I'm Manuel, I'm creative director of ANNO 117 Pax Romana, and I also worked on previous ANNOs before. And I was really keen to get a chocolate pudding.
There's 4 in the fridge. You will have to fight for it.
Also getroffen habe ich die bei der Ubisoft-Veranstaltung
also someone
vor 2
behind
Jahren.
the camera is asking for one. So yeah, we will. Yes. Oh, even Clem. So. Yes. We will have to decide. Maybe chat can decide which one gets a pudding.
I gotta ask. You both have are and work in the creative and the design areas. You obviously but already on different levels. Can you give me and an extension the audience out there like a quick overview of what's your work field? How are your responsibilities? How are you working together?
Yeah, so I mean, as a creative director, it's my task or mission to come up with a vision, to rally the team behind this vision, also all the stakeholders. So my job is mainly about communicating on a high level and also operating on a high level on strategic decisions. And I'm also responsible for the quality of the game. So I'm close to the game. I'm reviewing a lot, giving feedback and insights, and also as a creative director, giving direction to the team, and then the team that tries to execute on this given vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so for me, I'm as lead game designer, I manage a team of game designers, and we try to come up with interesting system to engage the players, so that it's very interesting to play for dozens of hours.
Also rechts ist so ganz oben, ne? So in diese Richtung soll es gehen, und der darunter, der links ist der so mit den kreativen. Wir könnten das machen,
So if you feel like we can't do that either because like the limitations, or you feel like this doesn't fit for some reason, then you can be like, Manu, we should revisit this. I don't think this works the way we think we should.
Yeah, this is a dialogue, right? Yeah, and sometimes they come with interesting suggestion, and we change that, and sometimes they push even more, and it come up with great results.
Guck mal auf der ist 190
Sometimes we just also come up with some ideas and push some stuff. So
it's a very dynamic process. Yeah. It's all
aber
about
die beiden streiten wohl öfter.
Sometimes even if you have a really great idea, you see it the first time in the game, you play it, only then you will learn a lot about it, and then you will also you create a lot of follow-up questions.
Yeah, always.
Very quick shout out to Andy in chat who worked for, who created the Anno A that you see now. So our partners at Wolf Ollins back then, they
it's right here, the Anno A, and also on the wand that
and the wand that our
Clem
giveaway
keeps
fairy
using.
keeps using. So hey Andy, nice to have you here in chat as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are already posting a lot of questions.
Yes.
Do we want to dive into the question, or we want to go from our side? Because I know we had some.
Was ich gut finde,
also want to do proactively.
die haben endlich mal
Maybe answer questions before they come up, or do we want to
durch die ganze Werbung, die überall gemacht haben, mehr Zuschauer. Also wir haben wirklich fast 2700 Zuschauer gerade. Das finde ich endlich mal gut.
So there's one
das haben die
question
auch
that I am
verdient.
taken from the last stream, which is for you, Nick.
Aber die knapp drunter.
Like there was a question how do
Paket
people
kommt,
get
alles
into
klar,
game
Paket.
design? Do you have some tips, or is there even one path, or is there like?
No, there is very multiple paths. So there is like game design school, like you can actually study game design in a specialized school. This is something that now a lot of people are doing. But in general, the best school is just like make your own game. And it's by making games you learn how to make games, basically. So if you come up, there is tons of tools that exist now, so you don't need to be a coder to start like creating your own game. You kind of download an engine and start creating, basically. It's
So
the
if I'm
best way to
modding
learn.
or something, that's already-
Modding is really great. Like the modding community is great on Anno, for example. And if you have some idea on how to do or how to rebalance something, do it in Anno. It's great.
All right. Celeste, maybe you want to pick some questions from chat.
Yes. 1 second. In 117 Pax Romana, can we get a tool to be able to plant tree spores like in 1800? Pretty please.
I mean, now that the game is live, we get a lot of feedback, a
Yes.
lot of requests, and we are trying to collect all of them and came up with a plan that works with our production reality. So also this tool is on our list, and we know that a lot of you would love to see it in the game.
Yes.
So I cannot confirm anything at this point, but we have it in our backlog, and we are trying to find now ways to put all your great ideas into the future, into the game.
Also sie sammeln alle Ideen und versuchen das im Spiel umzusetzen.
That's a great shout, yeah.
Aber genau das ist die Question Anfang. Sie hat ja schon vom Prinzip alles beantwortet.
Can you
Muss
talk
jedes
us
Mal nur
through
das
the
Gleiche
decision
sagen.
to
Ja, wir sammeln
introduce
gerade
land-based
Ideen.
combat? Because we had a combat topic now in 1404 early with Dirk and Basti. We had it now again in 27 with Frank and Kevin. So I think this is a nice continuation of previous discussions.
Yeah, sure. So I mean, it was clear right from the start when we do an Anno inspired by the Roman Empire. We knew that land combat is part of the Roman fantasy that we have, and as we really wanted to deliver on the whole fantasy, it was clear that we need to do it. And as you mentioned in the previous Annos, we tried out different ways, and so it was now on us to define how we want to execute on it, and also how to find a good
Für die Landeinheiten,
spot, how it should be integrated into the game, because it's not so easy as a city builder, and it's not so easy to have land combat, to have massive units, and so we started very early on to think about it, and it was clear right from the start that to deliver the Roman fantasy, we need to have land combats. Our fans want to see legionaries.
Yes.
Ah,
A question that I think fits perfectly. Will there be a bigger island like Crown Falls in Anno 1800?
That's an interesting question. I mean, it's a good idea. I think we should probably like
It's
note
also
it
in the
for
backlog.
later.
Ja, wir wissen doch schon, dass jetzt eine große Insel kommt mit Vulkan.
Yeah, same goes for the question of if we expand the world map.
Yeah.
These kind of things. It's good ideas, right?
Some really great idea, chaps.
Ja, wissen wir doch
This
schon.
fits perfectly
Sagt einfach das
when we
Datum.
talked about notes, because someone asked if we
Wann kann ich
they're
loslegen?
missing a notepad
Scheiße, auch wieder da.
functionality.
Paket
If they're going
angenommen.
back into a save game that's like a few weeks, a few months old, and you're going back like, I have no memory of what I was planning to do the next. I think we can say that it's something that
Ich finde
we have
das
on,
mit den Holzplatten
you
im
mentioned lots of
Hintergrund,
feedback on that list of like lots of feedback. So
das finde ich eigentlich ganz
who knows,
hübsch.
right? It's something.
Die braucht ihr nur an die Wand
Yes.
pappen.
To appear in the game soon.
Let me see. A lot of people are asking about a release date for the DLC because we mentioned April, but just keep watching, I guess.
We'll have that news later
yes.
today, so don't
yeah,
worry.
don't worry about it. So yeah, a lot of people are asking that. Just we'll get this out of the way. There's very long questions, so I need to read them first. I don't know if you spot anything already, Ollie.
I can. there's people asking about triangular ornaments or buildings. I know where the question comes from because now we have due to the diagonal roads, there are far more empty spots in between the roads that you need to fill, so that you can use ground plates. But I get where the question is coming from because now you have suddenly far more triangular spots between.
I mean, I can maybe because that was something that came up also during development and that we are also researched a lot at the time. And for the release, we decided to only have rectangular building. But this is something, as Manu said also, that is the background of our mind, and we kind of experiment sometimes with that.
Wie findet ihr das denn mit diesen 45-Grad-Winkeln, die ihr jetzt bauen könnt?
Experiments that
because mit den Ecken, die du dann immer hast.
Also in the team we have these wishes. So the people, whenever they have a bit of time, they try
also
out
für die Rekordbauer, für die effizienten Bauer ist das ja der Graus, oder? Hübsch, ja. Richtig schöne Kurven, wäre doch besser gewesen. No?
What's the story behind diagonal roads in Anno 117 Pax Romana? Have you been looking into this topic in previous Anno games already? Has there been a prototype without any grid?
I mean, I worked on 3 annos, and in all of the 3 annos at the beginning, in a conception phase where everything is open and you just explore, we talked about diagonal roads, and we also had different approaches that we tried out also in previous annos, and so this time also we wanted to tackle it again, and also this time we found there's a nice way how we could integrate it. Important for us always to not lose the grid, because we know that having the grid is also a big part of our DNA.
Ich kann nicht leise kauen,
maybe in the
Entschuldigung.
future we will have different discussions, but as for now we wanted to protect the grid, but still have diagonal roads, and so we tried a lot. There was a team. I'm not sure, Nick, have you been involved in this subject?
Not early on, but afterward, I was kind of responsible also a bit for the diagonal road, so it's a big topic I was involved with. But not the initial idea. The initial idea was really the team wanted to have diagonal road or experiment in this area.
I mean, we knew that this wish is in the community, since we have a lot of beauty builders out there, and this would unlock really a lot of creative superpowers, and that's why we wanted to deliver it.
And I think the result is really cool because it's
Man muss es ja nicht nutzen, man kann es ja sogar ausschalten.
That the community is building, and there is really great results. But to come to the point of free road and something like that, that was maybe discussed.
Alles klar, Steffen Möller, bis morgen.
When you say it's something we want to keep the grid, especially for what we call the Tetris gameplay. We want a bit of limitation for the player to try to find the optimal placement and everything like that. So it's really important for.
Yeah, we also know that some of the players out there, they deactivate the option and they want to have the traditional anno experience, and this is also something we wanted to offer.
Which I have to say is a bit weird when I think about whenever I go back to 1800, seeing that on the 90 degrees roads, it's a bit weird. It's my brain is there's something weird here happening. I don't know, what is it?
It feels very suddenly restrictive.
Yeah, exactly.
Compared to before. There was one interesting question about now I scrolled past it. About feedback here, as you indicated that you add feature requests into the backlog. As you further develop, you will need to decide on what to address from this backlog. What are your main selection criteria for moving items into the actual production, given you want to balance internal and external stakeholders? Very interesting question.
Yeah,
that's a good one. So maybe I can start on a high level. So I think the current backlog, I don't know, we have thousands of entries there, and we have weekly meetings in several rounds to discuss this huge backlog. And the idea is to sort everything that we get, and when we talk about what we get, it's really that people like Olli and Celeste and so on, they are really also browsing through all the social media, all your feedback that we get out there, but we also generate feedback internally. We also have a bug tracker and things like that, where we try to just put everything into the machine, and then we have dedicated meetings where we discuss, and maybe Nick, you can tell us a bit more how we operate in those meetings.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we have thousands of tickets. We call tickets improvements that come from the community, but also the team, and we go through every ideas, and we have to kind of assess how much it will impact the the
Rosa Bäume.
And this is really that, like, is it something that is really wished by the community? How much
Also bei mir
does
ist
it
es
impact their experience? Because
die
we are limited
Abwechslung der
in time,
Inseln.
basically. This is our biggest resources is
Ich finde,
time,
da sind nicht
and
so
we
viele
just need to
verschiedene, die
maximize
triffst du
what we
immer
believe in.
wieder.
So this is a
Ich
lot of
empfinde
discussion of
zumindest,
like,
bei 1800
is
mehr
this
Inseln,
idea
verschiedene
really like
Inseln waren.
something we should do it now or sometimes later?
So sometimes we have data that we're like, we've seen a lot of comments here, but often it's also like a bit of like a feeling of like this has a big impact. So we probably do it because everyone feels like this will have like a bigger positive impact than the other one. But not. But especially with feedback, it's not. It's harder to get on data because it's harder to say how many people actually say that. Is it 10? Is 10 a lot? Because this was a really hot debate, hot discussion on Reddit. But how much of this little discussion then represents the whole player
Guck mal, was da im Hintergrund
base? It's a
steht.
bit of like gut feeling of like this probably has that effect that we want to. Yeah,
and in particular, as the game is now live, it's also a constant task. It's something we will continue until the end. Is sorting out, adding new stuff. A lot of the feedback we will only get when we see also how you out there use it, our features. So it's a living process somehow.
Yeah. But it's also really interesting because some stuff after the release we were like, oh, this feature we should really work on early. Like I will not name
Das haben die ja gerade
to
benutzt.
keep it mystery, but it's just like, oh, the community will ask for it.
Das habe ich
we should
natürlich
start
auch.
planning it and everything like that, and we realize like nearly
Und
no
natürlich
one asked for it.
als
So it's just
Sammlerobjekt,
like,
deswegen auch noch
okay, maybe
eingeschweißt.
for later.
Bei ihm steht es im Hintergrund.
There was a question. 1 second. Question by what
Pendler-Kai.
place.
Nee, das vermisse ich gar nicht. Das finde ich ganz gut im Moment noch,
away
Robert.
from town hall trade union optimizations in favor of production amenity buildings with debuffs.
Ne, das ist das Artbook übrigens.
You want to take it, Nick? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like to have different flavor, first of all, because we have something that is very specific to Anno 1800, for example, and we come to 117 and we wanted to bring something different. And I feel that with the attribute, with production chain and with the production building and like the different buff and everything like that, it creates a more like seamless. So it's not only few building will optimize. Everything interact with each other, which make a much deeper experience.
Yeah, but when you think about 1800 or previous annos, the whole city building part was not so much, was not so complex. Yeah? So because the majority of people, they had their areas where they had the residential areas and then there was production areas. And along the project, when
Cassie,
we
hallo,
identified the
grüß dich,
attributes
meine
as a
Liebe.
nice toy for us, we also then experimented around and there was this idea, hey, what if every building or majority of building really is affecting the surrounding buildings? What kind of gameplay choices will this offer? And that a bakery increases the chance of fires, but gives you money. So things like that. We found we experimented a lot, and then we found out, oh, this could be something nice, refreshing, where every building has a deeper meaning, and so that's why we developed this in this direction.
I have a few that maybe you can just go through quicker. One was, hey, are you planning to add new population tiers in Latium and Albion? Is this on the table or not at all?
I mean, we have a lot of ideas. I will not confirm here anything, but it's one of the ideas now is also to expand in those areas. Yes, it's definitely possible from all the systems that we have in the game.
Wird diese Pax-Romane einen Kreativmodus geben? Das weiß ich nicht. Das musst du drüben mal fragen.
Potentially expanding in the future with more researches in other areas or more technology.
Richtig ungewohnt, dass sie das Stream von Ubi nicht von Anfang an, wo wir einfach bis Ende sehen. Oh. Du bist jetzt anders beschäftigt und das ist wichtig.
I can say that, for example, we will have more stuff for DLCs.
Ja, das gab es zu der Zeit noch nicht wieder, genau.
You will have more research, for sure.
Right. And then you probably
Cassie, danke für 170 Streams hintereinander.
We have the system,
Dankeschön.
but we can't tell you. That's probably the same answer for, are you adding more deities to the game?
Like all the whole deity system is made to be expandable, for example. So this is definitely something we are looking into for the future.
And as someone pointed out, like we don't have the whole pantheon of gods that you know from antiquity. So I'm not sure what the decision process was to pick these specific ones, because there are others like that may people have favorites of or something. But like it's also a system, as you said, that is expanded. I think this was one of the things you mentioned in interviews a few times already, that a lot of the systems this time around were planned with we can continue, we can expand on these systems, because in 1800 I think we ran into some limitations ultimately in terms of how much in post-launch where we're like, this wasn't designed to support this amount of content, and then we have to like get hacky in some implementations and more than we would want to, for example.
The game is way more modular, and this shows through in a lot of areas. So we can add now new production chains, for example, thanks to the optional needs that we have in the game. But also systems like religion or the discovery tree are also set up that we can add new exciting features.
Der ist viel modularer diesmal aufgebaut.
On the long run, and this was really a goal for
deren
us.
Vorteil ist dann einfacher, Produktionsketten und andere Dinge einzufügen dort.
But I have to say for Roman,
Deswegen eigentlich ist es für die dann einfacher, DLCs rauszubringen.
Yeah.
Ist so. Hallo Lars.
To make choices.
Yes, there are just a little bit too many gods. Game speed was mentioned a few times. Obviously, in single player you can modify the game speed, but you can't do it in multiplayer. There are, I assume, technical reasons for this. This is not just a thing of like we don't want you to change the time.
I mean, you don't want to change for everyone. So it's more like a user experience.
Könnte es auch gar nicht, genau.
Like, how do you do
Wir brauchen Luftschiffe.
We had some limitations, for sure.
Tunnel. Wir müssen Tunnel haben unter den Inseln.
No, go for it if you have anything.
Aquädukte von
Sorry, I got distracted.
Dann können die mit dem Schiff immer so auf dem Aquädukt hin.
Albion is a mix of Roman and Celtic culture. Will future regions also combine local and Roman culture?
That's one way how we could continue that. I
Rico,
mean, also
hallo.
here the idea of showing a multicultural Roman Empire, the cultural blender Rome, is at the core of the project, and so we will definitely consider this concept as well when we think about potential future provinces. Yes.
Die Stempelfunktion nutze ich nie, deswegen vermisse ich sie nicht.
About the time mechanic.
Alle rumschiffen.
Question to
Du meinst
Nicholas.
dass du die Items, die du hast, auf allen Inseln nutzen kannst. Ist egal, wo du bist. Okay. Hallo, Dark Knight.
This is like the biggie. Like, I mean, I can say that.
Question.
Like, yeah, like it's kind of changing because like it's kind of also difficult to test for us. And when we start to see player playing the game and doing crazy stuff at the end of the game, that was really inspiration for us to kind of update a lot of stuff. So a lot of updates we are preparing, for example, is also on the end game to make sure that the Emperor is doing reacting to your choices. I think, for example, we updated also that if you beat the pirates, the Emperor will react to it, and so we are looking also at the community to make sure that like everything that we might have like not paying attention enough during development, we try to cover it and just like, okay, let's make interesting gameplay. But it's kind of
and it's a very important question. I mean, as the game is live, more and more people will reach the end game, and also here we need to really also in the future DLCs we need to address here end game versus the beginning of the game with something where we really try to deliver something for all of you. So it's a very important, good question.
There's so many questions that we can't really answer that are like, what is happening in year 2 and how many years do you want to do post-launch
and
what provinces do you maybe want to add in the future?
But maybe we can talk about some of the upcoming free updates that we plan or that are around the corner. So I think this can give you some more answers because obviously we're talking about the big DLCs, but there's more stuff that we are working on.
Yeah, and all these questions are like what's happening after this year and in the future. It's like we don't really have can't really answer that right now. Like
also we learn about the game as we proceed. So we discover new needs or we discover areas of where we have opportunities that we didn't thought about right now. So the plans for the years beyond year 2 are year 1 are not defined at this point.
Stan Cassie.
There's a good question that brings I think to this point because is there any hierarchy in the relationships with other governors? Because it's scrolled. An alliance should matter more than a defense pact when declaring war. I think this is something we're addressing.
Yeah, we are addressing it. So, like for example, if you are in an alliance with some rival, no, they will join you during war, if you declare war, so
even if they have a defense pact with the
exactly. So that was more important. Okay, yeah, if you have alliance with them, that's really important that they join you, regardless of the pact they have between the different rivals. So we try to find optimization like that kind of elevate a bit the experience.
Yeah, this is a good example because this is also very soon. This will going to be live. Yeah, so this is something in particular. The whole field of diplomacy is something where we have quite some changes and updates that we want to roll out also in the future to make it more refined,
make
allies more lively and so on. Also let rivals react to the different treaties that you set up. So it's not just on a systemic side, but also on a
so ähnlich wie Land der Löwen
immersive side. We really want to push.
Yeah.
Oder?
And there are more, I think, changes to the diplomacy in general, like planned, if I remember correctly, right? Because when we're talking about like a bit more proactively on multiplayer, free update changes that we're planning in the future, there are some more changes to diplomacy and also the emperor system. There was some feedback recently also on Reddit on the losing your proconsul status too fast and these kind of the relationships. So there are more things coming, right, Nick?
So we are working on that. We heard the feedback. We are kind of like thinking about a solution. So not in a soon, let's say, but we are working on solution. This is something that when we saw the comment from the community, it was immediately, okay, yeah, we have to fix it. We have multiple options to fix it, but no, we just have to do it.
Yeah, but we will add soon some more reactions from the Emperor. So, for example, the way how you interact with the pirates will have an impact on your reputation, things like that. So you can expect things like that very soon in the game.
Yeah. So there are quite a few different fields of feedback that we're addressing. I know, because the UI was pointed out, there are improvements with the UI. This one has the next one, upcoming patch 1.5 has quite a few changes in terms of clarity, some of the structure, also the trade route menu. And I was getting quite a few changes, make it faster to set up trade routes and already.
So we try to give more option when you are set up a new trade route. So now you can name your trade route directly when you create it. You can assign it in a group already. So it's much more fluid for the player. And I think we also had
das Suchen in der Trade Route, das ist noch ein bisschen blöd.
Just the same good and fill everything. You can, in one click you can do it. So we try to listen to the community and just to address all this quality of life improvement.
To make it a bit where you can save clicks or do things right away. That's the kind of thing we would be going for as well. Do we want to talk about passive trade? The changes?
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of interesting because we realized a lot of players just rely a bit too much on passive trade. And it's just every rival is very generous. So we try to also kind of rebalance a bit the passive trade so that will cost you a bit more. Rival will only sell you if they have it, and but that was also interesting because some people actually enjoy the nicer, easier passive trade. So we have also option. So if you want to keep it as it is and to be a bit more generous, we will have option where you can set that up. But overall, we will try to have the passive trade a bit more demanding to you. You cannot rely on passive trade
not as much as right now. And obviously, as you mentioned, you can keep the old options, which means it doesn't break any save games. So you can continue save games if that's what how you set up your empire right now. But if you want that a little bit more challenge to it, then yes, this is the way to go.
Yes, and there's another example maybe because we're listening to your feedback. Is there were also some people had the wish that I want to rename my islands, my ships the way I want to, and there was some filter in the game. Also here we have an update in the next patch where this is now possible for you in single player. So you for your own, there will not be such a harsh filter applied when you play together with different ones, then it's a different situation. But for yourself, you can do.
Du kannst demnächst auch
rename stuff more freely.
Du konntest aber die Schiffsnamen ja nicht nehmen.
Chat was quite ecstatic about this, about the passive trade. Wait, there was another question and I lost it because it's going so fast.
Yeah, they're asking too many questions.
Yes.
Thank you, chat.
I can
go.
There was some question on the aqueducts.
The connection.
Connecting that you can't reconnect aqueducts. You can split them, but you can't reconnect them.
Yes.
And the question was if this is a design decision or a technical
No, this is a design decision because it's kind of a tricky thing. We actually split it. Came quite late in development also
Alles
because
klar,
we wanted to
ja.
give the freedom for the player to do that. But reconnecting start to logically like you have like issues of how the water flow and everything. So for simplicity's sake, we just decided okay, you cannot merge it, and the split is just I think cover a lot of the case that the player can do.
It's a good example of how we developed the game because at the beginning there was just one aqueduct. Then we felt that's quite limiting, and there was a need in the team that you can split the aqueduct. And we tried this one. Then of course we also had debates about can we connect it again, and then we decided that this option that we have right now is for now the right thing that we want to do.
There was a question. Do you cooperate with historians about the times game is in, so the era and everything?
Yeah, we are in a super lucky situation that we have some people who are in the team and they are super into the topic. They even studied it, and so they are really expert on Rome or ancient times and things like that. That's really good. But we also have within Ubisoft resources for that we can use to do research in certain areas, and also they helped us out. All of this, I think, is particularly important at the beginning of the project when you set the right framework and so on. So here we had a lot of support as well. And also in the future we will try to find a good mix between being historical inspired and but also and cherry picking good stuff that we want to bring to the game, but still it should make sense.
Ja, das Lustige ist ja, dass
real world.
Das Studio in Mainz, das Gebäude, auf römischem Grund steht. Also darunter ist so ein römisches Haus oder ein Bad. Was war das nochmal? Weiß ich gar nicht. Auf jeden Fall, da gab es Ausgrabungen vorher. Also sie stehen wirklich auf einer römischen Ausgrabung. Ganz lustig.
It's more a cheeky question, but since you can't really talk about the next DLCs past this year, maybe I can ask instead, what will the next 3 annos be?
So it will be. Oh, sorry.
Manu, please.
Maybe a question to the chat. What do you want to see in year 2? Because I mean, year 1 we already teased you a little bit, but what do you want to see in year 2? I would be super curious. And
Manu just pulled the reverse card.
But it's also really nice to have
Anno 900 Vikings wurde sofort geschrieben.
Yeah, so let us know in chat. Absolutely.
Anno 1080 Wikinger.
Wait, there was another. But yeah, of course, people keep asking about the release day. Just keep watching. We have, I think, 15 minutes left for this segment. Then we will have another giveaway.
Yep.
And then
a special 1800 segment.
Yeah, with a special guest.
But yeah, people are now shouting out their favorite
and what's
mix of regions and new games.
I think there's a lot. Like, it's not like one is going in one direction. There's a lot of region. But I think Greece, definitely.
Vikings, China.
Yeah.
Japan, India, Aztecs. I think there's even, I forgot the name, but there's even like an Aztec-based city builder releasing soon.
Du musst so schönen Tag noch. Alles klar, Algabur, ich wünsche dir was.
Oh, I need to check it out, okay.
Verlauf dich nicht. Komm wieder!
There's a question about like mod browser, in-game mod browser. We can't give a date or anything like this, but it's something similar to the Notepad function, something that it's quite high on our list of like things we want to do and implement. So it's gonna make its way into the game.
Yeah, we really hope that to deliver this very soon to the game. We really want to support you guys who make the mods, but also you guys who play with the mods. It's very important to us.
A question on why land combat was removed from 1800. There are actually 2 fantastic blog posts from the 1800 times that Dirk Riga, the creative director back then, wrote. So check out the Anno Union. They're called The Art of War, the 2 blogs. So this is should really encompass and answer that question on like the land combat topic. Now, and that's why I think I called the dev blog on the warfare again The Art of War when we talked about Anno 117 Pax Romana to like a throwback to back then. Yes.
Right. What about collectible stuff like the Zoo Museum in Anno 1800?
Yeah, it's also a good question.
Yeah, that's a really fan favorite, and it's definitely something we are like thinking, let's say, like it's a good idea.
Also wird's kommen.
I think in terms of settings, there's nothing that we're really completely ruling out. Like at least from the list that you gave us, like could it be fantasy? Could it be a setting in Japan or in China? It's nothing that we rule out generally for now.
No, even here in the team, when we ask the team, hey, what do you want to do next? There are people like, oh, we want to do sci-fi, we want to explore space. Then we have people who want to go to in a Viking scenario or even
Viking, ich bin dafür.
Viking days. So there's I think ANNO works in a lot of different time periods, and as long as we have rich enough options that we can use for our systems, there's a lot of options there.
People like really love the collectibles idea. So it was just like
it's also I miss also the zoo and so on. Yeah, so we have it's also on our list. Yes.
Yeah, I think there's still questions about the AI, as Ollie mentioned. It will be updated already with the next patch, right?
What
UI, sorry, UI.
I mean, I have to say that the UI team did a great job post-launch to really improve the visual and kind of improve a lot of the experience. So that's that's a massive improvement.
Yeah, here's one. Impo TTV point, like had a UI topic, and he asked important buttons have been reduced in size compared to previous versions, ship options, warehouse upgrades, that they feel more unintuitive. I mean, it's a fair shout if you feel like some aspects, like we are doing improvements, but there probably are some areas where there can be some more improvements on the front.
I mean, we will constantly improve the UI and work on it. So, I mean, we're adding new elements to the game. So that means we need to touch up certain areas. Also, we try to polish things further. So it's really a constant thing. But if you have concrete examples that you want to share, feel free to share it. And we will definitely check out the chat and put them in our systems.
I think there was a similar question already, so I'm just going to use this one. If we balance the game more around the average players or min maxes, or how do we consider like all player types? Is there what was our main focus?
This is a really challenging part of ANNO. It's like we have to kind of do it for everyone because we want also to be a welcoming experience, but we also want like the professional, the ANNO leagues to really have a really good challenge and like dozens of hours of like hundreds of hours of gameplay. So it's really difficult to balance, and this is on the game design is kind of like a big topic, but we try to make it an enjoyable and deep experience for everyone.
And this is also, the more the project grows and the more the project is live, this gap between newcomers and hardcore ANNO cracks will become bigger and bigger. So it's really you need to find a good sweet spot, and also you need to offer a lot of options so that people can customize their experience, depending on their needs, on their wishes.
And again, like any kind of questions that are DLC related, we'll answer those later in a dedicated segment. So that's why we're skipping. So we're not ignoring your questions per se, but we'll have dedicated segment later where we tackle all of this, hopefully.
And it's super hard to not talk about it.
So just wait a little bit, and we should be addressing that in a bit.
Yeah.
Just be patient. Be patient.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is there a reason why ships cannot be retrofitted? Is it a technical reason or design, so that I have modular ships, but I can't decide afterwards to like turn my civilian ship into military, other way around?
Yeah, I mean, this is part of building a ship, right? Like you have to make decision and to live with your decision. So like that was kind of the direction we took. But again, if it's a really big issue, like we can listen to the community.
And the mod browser question came up again. As Manu already said, it's something that we really want to do, also in the near future, but we don't have a date yet that we can communicate in any way. More specialists. I mean, this is something I guess we can say yes to. I mean, this is like one of the one very important system to the game. Yeah. So obviously there will be more.
Yes, you will get more specialists very soon.
No, but this is something that we like specialists. We can really expand a lot, and it creates a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics and how the player wants to play the game. So this is definitely something we want to strengthen in the future.
But it must also be difficult. like in terms of balancing, right?
You cannot break the game, right? You shouldn't make a specialist that is too powerful. So it's tricky, and we have to discussion about that. Yes. Yeah.
Bigger ships. Speaking of ships, like earlier, will there be bigger ships in Anno 117 Pax Romana in the future?
Maybe. I mean, it's a good idea. The systems, they are open to add bigger ships. But yeah, so maybe just wait a little bit and then let's see.
We try to not be too overpowered from the get-go, but this is definitely something that the system will allow.
Keep in mind, we really want to shape the world of the Pax Romana for a very long time, and this what you have right now, it's just a starting point, and there will be much more that we want to add and bring to the game.
The same is true for because there were, I think, occasional questions about skins and more ornaments.
Yeah.
Same topic, right?
Yes,
it wouldn't be an Anno game if there weren't more ornament options ultimately.
Yeah, for all the beauty builders out there.
Yeah. And there is some exciting stuff that are coming.
I've seen things that I'm obsessed with already.
The Hall of Fame was asked here by Hop. How many new rewards will come with the DLC? So they're not DLC bound. The Hall of Fame is is not connected to any paid content. This will always be base game content. When the Hall of Fame gets expanded with more content, then this will always be available for everyone. So you only need the fame points that you get via the achievements, and maybe in the future also via other means. And then you can unlock that content, but it's not bound to DLC. But there will be more coming. The Hall of Fame will get expanded throughout the year. We'll have news on that soon as well.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes. Ornaments. Please. Will there be more buildings for harbors? I think this question keep coming in chat.
Oh.
Buildings for harbors.
Yeah, I noticed that when I built my harbor under Manu's,
we just had the conversation,
Manu's supervision for the later segment, and was like, Manu, I know you want a nicer, bigger harbor, but I don't have more buildings.
In the future. As you see, there's so much room still to grow for the game, and we hear you.
Dev Chat, best section so far.
Yes.
So, noch eben Batterien getauscht von dem Außengerät des Temperaturmessers. Hallo Wischmopp. Hallo Klausiev. Hallo DJ.
Are there any ideas for representing social movements similar to the anarchists in 1800 or
Und hallo
other such
XORM. Galaxy Entdecker.
From the top of my head, I don't even know that much about social movements in Roman times. Maybe you.
I mean, culturally, that was kind of very diverse, right? There is
Haben Sie was verraten?
Murders, for example, that happened in Roman history. So that would be interesting question to ask for the narrative team for future content. I think this is where they can really shine.
I think we're nearing the end. We probably have
5 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. I'm not sure, or something like that.
But Oli, I have a question for you.
Oh,
how is it going? You are close in this. We are in this room since ages. Are you fine?
Hashtag free Ollie in chat.
Yeah, occasionally I get some water.
Give him a pudding.
I didn't get pudding.
I mean, okay, if there's someone that gets a pudding at the end of the 9 hours, it's Ollie. No, don't worry, we will get Ollie a pudding, 100%. Darius, don't say no. You've got your pudding already.
But yeah, chat. Send love to Olli because he do a fantastic job.
Yes.
Yes.
Eindeutig. So eine 9-Stunden-Stream vorbereiten ist Wahnsinn.
Yes, no, maybe.
Es werden größere Schiffe der Hafengebäude kommen. Also bekannt.
I don't know how to answer the question. This is a topic that we are discussing, but nothing.
I mean, you brought the example earlier where we
Ich bin
discussed
ja für
what features might
so Flöße, die du hinter dem Schiff anbinden kannst. Da wäre ich für. Das finde ich cool.
This one is a good thing because the impact is different than we expected. We thought that this might be on the top one on the wish list for a lot of people, but we also received a lot of feedback that people like the current system, and so we are still debating here how to proceed in the future. But it has not been identified as a major pain point for the players out there. Some of them, or some of you, really also appreciate the current implementation.
But we have it written down somewhere that to consider for the future.
Und ist ja da hoch. Kann ich leise kaum,
You all
tut mir
do
leid.
a fantastic job. And then thanks, Ollie.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for being on such a nice chat as well.
Yeah.
The game speed and multiplayer we already mentioned, so we can we repeat ourselves if you wanna.
Yeah, I mean, like this is kind of a difficult topic to manage in multiplayer. A lot of people play with friends, but not necessarily. So sometimes friends of friends are like, how do you manage it? So this is why this is a tricky topic. It's not as simple as I want to play fast forward and everyone is like fast forward. But it's interesting that it's a question that come up multiple times. So that might be something to look into.
Yeah.
Das geht
Stamps
nicht,
are being
schnell
mentioned.
spielen unter Multiplayer.
Another feature that we added late in post-launch for 1800, right?
And we know it's beloved.
Yes.
Like, let's put it like that. We know it's beloved.
But we now added a diagonal building, which makes the whole stamping of everything a bit more difficult than it was.
That will be a bit more tricky. It's one of the challenge, because you cannot, like, when you have a group of building, you cannot just rotate it 45 degrees because of math reason. Math is tricky sometimes.
Has it been considered for production buildings to be upgraded or combined? That's an interesting take.
I have a note somewhere about that, but like no concrete plan.
All right. I'm afraid I'm getting hand-waving signals to please shorten it. So, as mentioned, thank you all. Firstly, for joining me, to Lester for helping me keeping these two there in check, and
they did a great job.
And both of you for answering these questions. As mentioned, yes, we've seen many questions that are related
Jetzt
to
kommt Giveaway, Reveal.
and we'll tackle
Was
probably
ist Reveal?
most of them. Not the
Kann das
far
eben einer
future
übersetzen?
post-launch, but most of them in later in the segment. So we'll have a giveaway now, coming up in a moment. We'll have an 1800 segment with special guest City Planner Plays. Then we have, and after that, as a final segment of the day, we have a segment on the upcoming DLC or so. I heard Manu, right?
Let's see.
Manu,
yes, no, we do it, of course. You will have a look at the DLC.
With Manu and again City Planner Play. So stay tuned, and handing over to Clem now for the giveaway.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back. Now we all get a bit tired, but don't leave us yet. We have a very important giveaway right now. As you can see, I have with me our one and only Chef Tommaso. You might have seen him cooking an amazing pudding.
So, ihr könnt wieder teilnehmen, Raute Anno Day. Aber nicht hier, sondern drüben auf dem Kanal. Rufzeichen
Now, don't
Anno.
forget to enter this giveaway and enter hashtag ANNO Day in the chat and follow us on Twitch. Now, this giveaway is pretty special. We promised you some surprise. We raffled some stuff that you've already seen, but this one, I think, Tommaso, it's a pretty big reveal.
Der Soundtrack.
Yes, now with a bit of warm
Gibt's den schon?
waving.
We have a surprise.
And here it is! The official ANNO 117 Pax Romana vinyl.
Exactly, it's our original game soundtrack. It's something for all the music lovers out there.
Brauch
and
ich.
also for all the vinyl lovers. So what we got here is a 2-disc double-sided vinyl. We have one dedicated to Latium and one side dedicated to the region of Albion. And you can see we have this beautiful artwork on the inside for the Albion region.
So, wo kann man es bestellen?
Inside for the Latium region. So a big shout out to our art director Raiko, who designed this beautiful cover. It's artwork from the game. It's got a big NOA incorporated. And I'm not sure how well you can see this on camera, but this beautiful gold foiling
Bitte Anno
as well
sammeln.
that has the original game soundtrack. And ANNO 117 Pax Romana.
It's amazing. Like even the touch, the feel of the vinyl cover is amazing.
Are we doing some ASMR? It's a wonderful, wonderful vinyl. Yes. And there's a few cool things I want to tell you about it. One is it's 35 tracks, so there's a lot of music, and for both vinyls, both sides are filled
Man kann's
with
bestellen.
music. It's really the maximum we could fit on there. And it's really well curated. First of all, a big shout out to Florian, our audio director, and his team, who worked really hard on making this beautiful.
Kommt raus am 24. April.
And then We got our friends over at Laced Records who made this vinyl collaboration with us happen. And of course our friends at Ubisoft Music who are experts
45:20.
these kind of collaborations.
Samstag
You
kommt
can
es.
also find this on Laced
Am
Records.
25.
That's L-A-C-E-D. So lacedrecords.com has this vinyl available. It was for the whole time only a pre-order, but I just got off the phone with them and they told us around end of this week they think they can ship these out. So we're actually super excited because this just arrived at our studio. So it's a big reveal for us as well.
Yes, and 5 of you, by entering hashtag ANNO in the chat and following us, you can get one of these.
Exactly. And this is not just the standard edition. No, this is the exclusive edition that you also can get on Laced Records, or you can win today if you're one of the lucky winners. And what's exclusive about it is not the price, because that's the exact same as the standard edition, but it comes with 2 very cool things. If you could maybe hold this for me.
Of course. We've talked a lot about the covers, but the best is inside.
Exactly. So, we got the beautiful inlay, which is also themed for ANNO 117 Pax Romana, but this exclusive edition doesn't come with the black vinyls, no. It comes with the beautiful marble, one of the main textures of the Roman Empire, and it looks really stunning. I personally love this version.
Ich hab's gefunden.
So, this is on both
36
sides
Pfund.
of the vinyl here. And then there's a special something for everyone who loves to craft and who loves care, and I think that describes our ANNO fans really well. So, if you're into
Crazy auf drüben auf dem
play an
Kanal, nicht
instrument,
hier.
and if you're actually able to read notes, we got this musical score. So we chose 2 tracks, it's Aliens and it's Familiars. And you actually will be able to play along to the soundtrack and create your own versions of it.
I mean, can we have Oli and Celeste maybe playing the track on stream?
Of course, I think we can
No.
put Ollie in training for like half a year to learn the violin, and then we can have our very own performance. I think this is basically a promise from us to you if Ollie agrees, and I think I saw him nodding, so it's basically a yes. Let's see, I make Ollie promise a lot of things on this stream.
And Tommaso.
Yeah, no, and we all know half a year is easy enough for learning violin, so it's like,
Exactly.
yeah.
No problem whatsoever. But yeah, I'm really curious to see if some of you give it a try and send us your interpretations of the music.
Yes, and a big shout out to you, Tommaso, because you're the producer of this beautiful vinyl, so this couldn't have happened without you either.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanna make sure we put this in
42,95
your
€.
hands. I think it's a really cool collaboration, and also all the music on here, the way we put it together, because
Aber
we
die
had
weiße
to
will ich,
make
glaube
some
ich, gar nicht
selections.
haben.
It's really well curated. So we had a creative director, Manu, we had a brand director, Hey, and we had our executive producer, Stefan, really looking into this together with Florian, our audio director.
Weil ich die eh nicht auspacke.
That we get a really nice curated selection of music. So it's really from the track 1 to the last track, always a curated experience on how we want you to be introduced to the world of Albion and the world of Latium.
All of that in ANNO 117 Pax Romana.
Romana, exactly.
And the music is amazing
Oh,
because,
Entschuldigung.
I mean, when I play, I really like to be immersed into
Klavier
the world,
ich,
and
ja.
the music helps a lot. I think one of my favorite
Ich kann
tracks from
Tenorhorn
this one is
spielen,
one that plays in Latium. You guys know
Ventilposaune.
that I love Latium, but that point. I think it's called The Azure Sea of the Dolphins.
Also Dolphins
Flügelhorn.
of the Azure.
Dolphins of the Azure. Thank you for correcting me. I mean, it's very contemplative, but also pretty epic. And I mean, it's very epic to build
Ich
it.
brauch's ja nicht bestellen, weil ich ja jetzt
Sam also
gewinne.
stole my favorite track because I was about to say the same thing,
We
so we
can
can
share.
vouch for it. But I also have another one, I think, on the Albion side. There's also horses, chalk horses. So if there's animals on the track, you definitely have a wonderful
Yes.
song coming up. And both are really chill. I personally like that if you can put on some instrumental music that you can just have in the background, and you can get wonderful, relaxed mood going with this. And this is an orchestrated soundtrack, so it sounds really, really nice once you put that on your record player.
And the track from the game is also pretty amazing because when we talk about immersion, you can have it, of course, when you play the game, but this is also great on a record player at home.
Absolutely, and I think we also have Ollie's favorite track here. It's called While Rome Burns, because we also call him Nero Waltz in the team here. Ollie just loves to burn down cities. So, yes.
It's one of my favorite pastimes. But today, actually, spoilers, but we'll let someone else burn down my city. So we'll see about that later. Yep.
Exactly.
No, it's a great one. I also like that in the game, when you play, the music changes based on what's happening. For example, I remember when playing on the campaign and also in sandbox mode, when your island gets attacked by a rival or one of the raiders, the music actually changes. And one of my favorite combat music, if I can call it that, is The Way of the Spear. It's such a Voida music because she's a Skaha. Yeah. So yes, I mean the team did an amazing job at composing this soundtrack. So kudos to them. Great job, guys. And also don't forget, only 1 minute left to enter the giveaway to be one of the 5 lucky winners to get this vinyl at home. We hope you get as much joy as we do to listen to the game's music on this.
Yeah, and speaking of amazing jobs, I'm trying to do a mediocre job at showing off this artwork without hiding Clem from the stream. And
War, weißt du, wie lange ich kein Blast so gespielt habe, also kein Nintendo oder so. Wahnsinn. Easy! Dizzy, danke für 62 Monate, du streamst doch gerade. Hallo. Hallo.
Big shout out to Raiko. Yes, I think maybe once the one amongst you with the keenest eyes might have seen that one being teased on the gameplay sections. Maybe you'll be able to see it when we go back to that. But yes, as always, we watch everything. So,
du Verrückter!
Yes, we'll leave it. Okay, this is it.
Hallo, Dizzy, danke für den Raid. Willkommen.
Listening to this new experience with ANNO 117 Pax
Klar, Baller. Auf bitte, ja, Hallöchen. Hallo, Dizzy, danke für den Raid. Und danke für den Sub, ja. Danke für 62 Monate. Hast du die Schallplatte schon bestellt? Ich habe die Seite schon offen. Talanera.
Raider 01, Leggio Pala, Network 17 und Svetan.
Ich bin nicht dabei. Mensch.
Now, I think Oli has a big surprise for us.
Skyline, hallo. Dankeschön, Talanera.
Indeed, we are now taking actually the second last.
Ja, wir gucken uns wieder Dizzy auch ein bisschen.
We have a surprise at the end of this one, so make sure to not close your eyes for the next 60 minutes.
Den Ubisoft ANNO Day Stream
looking
an.
into the past gameplay seconds.
Sehr interessant.
And
alles klar, Dizzy, bis dann.
It's not just me, even though I have the mouse right now, but I hope to hand that over very soon to someone else. So I have again two guests with me. Celeste, you've seen a few times before making the wonderful chocolate pudding. Then our special guest, Phil. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Do you maybe want to? People see your nickname there on the screen, but do you want to introduce yourself, who you are? Who is City Planner Plays?
Sure. My name is Phil, City Planner Plays, and I have a YouTube channel and Twitch channel where I play city building games. So I've been doing this for a few years now. And ANNO 1800 was actually my first entry into this.
Wieso haben die mich nicht eingeladen?
But it's what.
Also mal Plus in den Chat, die hätten mich doch einladen sollen, oder?
Why I love the game so much.
Ich weiß warum nicht. Mein schlechtes Englisch. Das hindert mich immer wieder. Und ich habe keine Zeit dafür.
Yeah, no, it's super cool to have you. Thank you. It's fantastic to have you here. And I know because we're using my old save game, and I already struggled understanding what's going on in my old save game. So I'll do the first few minutes, and then I'll hand on you and let you judge. And improve upon all the stuff that I've built, of course.
So, ich gucke mal eben, ob meine Tops auch weiterlaufen.
Since you're already here, City Planner Plays as a name for your channel. Where's that coming from? What's the background?
Well, so I'm actually a trained city planner by trade, and the name of my channel was originally City Planner Plays City Builders, which was a little bit too on the nose. So I pared it back, but that's why the channel is named that. I actually was the city planner for the city of Madison. I was the transportation planner.
Right.
So that's my background.
So it's not just a name, it's actually like it's reality.
Yeah, I have a master's degree in city planning.
Oh, so, wow. Well, Ollie, be prepared to be judged for what you've built.
Der ist wirklich studiert, der Stadtplaner, das finde ich ja cool.
I like to decorate a lot.
Warum bist du nicht mehr so oft bin ich immer noch sehr viel, Thomas. Bischwop! 71 Monate, wow! Bin ich immer noch sehr auf. Aber immer das gleiche Spiel, so was.
bunch
Schreibt
of
gerade
just-
drüben auf dem Kanal.
He just doesn't
Macht
put
auch keinen
like
Spaß, ne?
fire safety
So,
buildings.
danke,
no,
Wischbob.
doesn't know what's that.
I have a lot of
Danke.
empathy there.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
But did you then already play like these games while you were working as city planner? Like this was like a hobby as well as a job at that point.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've always played city building games. It's one of the things that got me interested in city planning.
Right,
Is,
okay.
You know, all the way back to the original SimCity days. Playing
Engländer?
those games.
Oh,
I didn't
yes.
know it was something that you could do as a career. So it was wild.
Oder
I moved
gut
to Los
sprechender
Angeles
Deutscher.
and Found it as a career.
Engländer,
One
oder?
of the gateways to it.
But I guess games are a bit more. I mean, they have their own challenges and other limitations than the real life, right? Like,
Yeah.
Gerne sowas.
Yeah, there's a lot more. There's many more constraints in real life. If I were to just start moving
Danke.
buildings around or demolishing things, I think people would be upset by that.
Yeah. Here you can be like, you know what? I think that I need some space for that new market hall or for this monument. I guess I'm just gonna clean that center of the city.
Yeah.
Doesn't work so much in real life.
Yeah, and I'm notorious for moving things around.
Yeah, but that's one of the things I love. And if you can move things around in city builders, Anno is one of them. You can't do it in all the Annos. It's since 1800 or so. You can only do that or 2005. So this was a big change because suddenly you don't have to live with your mistakes as much as you had to in the past, and it doesn't hurt as much to just have to redo part of a city and you don't get the resources back. Now you can just move things. So like,
It's one of the things that I love about the game because I move things constantly.
Den habe ich aber schon mal gesehen.
This is a really nice improvement for sure.
Im Stream sieht er ein bisschen anders aus, glaube ich.
Some people who met you in person apparently. Met you
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's something that says, "Don't worry, Phil. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." Well,
I don't know who that is, but
All right, then Celeste, you can keep an eye on.
yeah, of course I will.
And I just should turn on the mouse actually and take a look
Das kenne
at
ich.
the game. Right.
Wie heißt das, Anno?
Now, I just enabled the season 4 content, so there's a whole empty continental
Manola.
island.
Oh, this is Manola, right?
I don't know why I chose a continent.
Ja, weil die das gleich. Ja.
So my new world. This was
Kurz zum
one
Atlas-System,
my
aber laufen
attempt.
und
That's
kurz
why
das
it's
Einkaufen.
empty.
Alle
There are
Karte,
NPCs.
Alanera.
I have an explanation for this. Don't worry. It's because, well, whenever this thing would change. No, okay. Not the keyboard. Because this was one where I thought I could try beauty building, and then it didn't turn out so well. In the end, but I tried. Like,
I mean, I think it looks pretty good.
Okay, this is your first thought on. I mean, yes, it does look pretty good.
I even have like the training incorporated here in the city. This always hurts me a bit. And the one hand you need it because of electricity, but like
Yeah.
if you're an investor living in these fancy buildings and there's this constant steam train just rattling below your window and all the smoke coming in.
That's less than ideal.
Yeah, not the dream life you might want in as an investor, even if you have chocolate.
I mean, Cha is very supportive of what you've built so far.
Thank you.
OMG, this is so beautiful. Flashback galore. Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a very specific thing. Your World's Fair is a bit too much to the side.
Yeah, I know. I had to figure out, do I put the palace at the center for like the buffs from the palace? Or like this one? And admittedly, like the houses here could be a bit higher level to like make that area look a bit fancier. But at least I added some building skins from the Vibrant Cities pack,
yeah,
I think
it's so
it was
pretty.
called.
It's very pretty.
Also, I miss the fireworks, I have to say. Like seeing the fireworks,
Yeah.
I miss them.
That's beautiful.
For me, always, and I then tried speed building a different safe game that I don't have here, but where I then built everything on these islands, simply because that felt like a bigger challenge, but at the same time, then you get a more natural look in contrast to like this large open area where it's like I can do whatever I want, but then like I'm lacking the thing that it's the stimulation to like do it
Yeah.
in a certain way because I have too much choice on this.
I mean, I like the gradients of density that you have, though. It definitely feels like it's building up towards a crescendo in the center. You have nice wide boulevards. It feels very natural. So I think it's really nice.
Thank you. That's worth a lot.
And I love the tree-lined boulevards too.
As Chat says, this is better than anything I built. Well played.
I have that feeling constantly though. If I see people posting screenshots on Reddit, or I see someone's like there's some YouTube channels that are like putting emphasis on beauty building and like really like, and I'm like, I never had the idea to even build like this. This is a great idea, but I never would have come up with that myself.
I know exactly what you mean. I feel the exact same way with basically every city builder I play.
But you are more on the beauty building side of things.
Yes. In fact, with this game, I was so far in that direction that my cities were inefficient and I couldn't grow them. I started out at the very end of
hat viel schön gebaut, da waren die nicht mehr effektiv und konnten nicht mehr größer werden.
That I dove in and I just wanted to detail everything. So things weren't efficient, I couldn't level up. And I learned the game by the comment section. So
yes,
it's an interesting way to learn.
There's a lot of like also well-meant. Maybe I just enable. There we go. Well-meant backseat gaming happening because you come in this late, so obviously people have a lot of knowledge, and then people are actually positively excited to see someone else pick it up, and if it's then a creator, then maybe someone you also follow for a while, then picking up that game that you already personally invested so much time in is like it's cool. It's like an exciting thing. But then you get a chat that is like, I don't think so. You should do X and you should Y and don't do this, and it's much better if you blah blah blah. Yes.
This was without a doubt the #1 game that people were requesting that I play.
Right.
So it was like I'd see it in the comments, I'd see it on streams. When are you going to play Anno 1800? So
that's what kick the.
Yep.
Okay, great.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you.
That's a great chat. That's a great chat that you've got there. You should listen to them.
Yeah, big thank you to your community. If you play this many different city builders, do you have the issue? Let's say that if you start a new game that you're so used to from a different game that you do expect certain things to happen and then they don't happen this way, or
yes, that was my big problem with Anno, is that I play a lot of city skylines, so I planted a lot of trees, I spread things out. Someone said that I played Anno like I was building a suburb, which is not good. Things were way too spread apart, and ultimately I didn't fully grasp the logistics and supply chain part of the game to begin. But once it clicked, and I feel like it's like that with Anno. Once it clicks, it's like, oh, now I know exactly what I have to do, and then it's trying to figure out within the way that the game works, how to build beautifully. Because I think that's the part that if you can figure that out, that's where the game gets really impressive.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I mean,
Hallöchen,
has a very like strong traffic focus that Anno does not have like this. Everything here is, what's happening on the roads is mostly cosmetic, and you have to worry about other things instead. So it's at least not the traffic, which I know is always something that I struggle with in these type of games.
Well, it's a different kind of traffic. I mean, logistics traffic is another sort of traffic in a way.
Okay, so
So, aber ich darf heute Abend hier arbeiten. Deswegen mache ich nämlich jetzt Feierabend.
Anno 117 bucks from Anna.
Yeah.
Entschuldigung. Aber Arbeit geht vor. Wir sehen uns morgen wieder.
They don't need a road connection to everything.
Oh, really?
So you don't need to connect everything to the contour. And think in the first Anno you don't even the houses don't even.
Und zwar morgen auch wieder mit Anno 117 ab circa 14 Uhr. Ja. Wir raiden weiter, ihr könnt da bleiben. Twitch-Drops bekommt ihr auf jeden Fall. Wir raiden nämlich zu Anno Game, zu den Ubisoft-Leuten raiden wir mal hin. Das ist immer am besten.
So this is probably a little off topic, but what is your favorite Anno game? If I were going to pick up another one, which one would it?
Danke für den ganzen Support, danke, dass ihr alle da wart. Bis zum nächsten Mal, morgen Nachmittag. Habt einen schönen Abend. Habt einen schönen Tag. Ich drücke euch alle. Danke für den ganzen Support. Und bis morgen. Ich mache jetzt ein bisschen Essen, ruhe mich ein bisschen aus. Und lasst euch gleich überraschen, es kommt noch definitiv der Trailer fürs neue DLC. Ja, deswegen raiden wir auch direkt dahin. Könnt ihr euch angucken. Ich danke euch, ich drücke euch. Bis dann, tschüss.
It's very deep in this regard, and it's like because it's all the other Anno games before, and then except for 2025 also after, all like historic settings. So it also was like a nice visual change to what you were used to before in terms of just looking at different type of skyline essentially, and with the sci-fi houses and materials that we use, like from metal and everything, and glass facades and.
Oh, it sounds very, very unique.
But you'll miss a lot of quality of life, I can tell you. Like when you just play that now, after having played 1800 and 117, going back there, you miss a lot of blueprint mode. This is where it starts. But also other parts, you're like, does this not have X, Y, and Z that I'm so used to? Yeah.
I mean, that's like going back to this and not having diagonal roads. Now I'm completely spoiled.
Yes, it is weird going back to 1800s. Oh yeah, I cannot just get a road and just diagonally connect like buildings. It's very weird.